we are going to start. Very good morning to all of you. We are going to start the third day of the orientation program. So I know you are also kind of excited because you were staying at home for a long time after doing your A-levels. And although we are kind of doing some sort of a short orientation, but we have packed almost everything into those 3 days, and we are trying to give you enough of information through our orientation program before you start your semester, before you start your curriculum. So I know most of the students are joining here now. We have close to like 60 students, but there might be some students, they are having power interruptions. So in that case, we are going to give you the record of these sessions. So for this session, we are going to have a session on academic counseling, introduction to academic counseling. I'm really glad to introduce you one of my teachers as well, our senior professor, the chair professor of the Food Science and Technology Department, Professor KKDS Ranavira. Professor Ranavira will be giving you a good idea about like academic programs and how you wanna engage and how you wanna balance your academic life and all those things. So Professor Ranavira is, as I mentioned, is attached to the Faculty of Applied Sciences, the Department of Food Science and Technology, and he's here now. So it's over to you, sir. You can continue, and the students are eagerly waiting for the session to start. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Daniel, thank you very much for your kind introduction, and very good morning to you all. Dear students, representing from different part of the country, and you are welcome to the University of Sri Jayewardenepura once again. Now, I am given about 1.5 hours to discuss some aspects of academic counseling, which is a very wide subject and a very deep subject as well. But let me try to brief things that are most important things to you, because now the first slide itself says, now we are climbing up. It means we already passed our childhood, and then we were studying in schools, and then we came to we come to the university, and crossing that, we also have several stages of our life, university life. For example, extracurricular activities, and then studying itself, and also enjoying the life, because life is one. We can't segment it into several stages. So we have to live the life. That is the beauty of our life. So the last slide is our one of the destination, graduation. I think that is going to be your target at the moment. We have to go through a very important phases, stages throughout. I try to do my lecture in both languages so that nobody will be left out. So, but still, if you have any question, you can chat. You can just send the point to the chat box, and we will take this matter with the time. Okay, right. Mama, to begin with, I would like to give one good advice. Okay. Now, as far as counseling is concerned, or maybe we can also say advising, counseling in Jayewardenepura University supports students in their academic life and personal life as well, and also you are going to mold into a professional life as well. So we have different services like career guidance services. there you will be molded to make a good professional, or to be professional, who can go to the industry, who can go to the society, who can go to the different institutions and organizations and excel there without having any failure, competing with other colleagues positively. That's going to be positive competition, and show yourself, set example for the country. ඉතින් මේක තමයි අපි අවසානයේදී වෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ අපිට තියෙනවා අධ්‍යාපනයේ පැත්තෙන් අපි අපේ ජීවිතයක් තියෙනවා මේ අද ඉඳලා මේ දැන් පටන් ගත්ත ලයිෆ් එකේ. ඊළඟට තියෙනවා පුද්ගලික ජීවිතයකුත් තියෙනවා, personal life. The පුද්ගලික ජීවිතය අපිට we should not compromise our personal life with academic life or professional life. අපි මේ ඔක්කොම එකට ඉන්න ඕනේ එක. ඊළඟට අනිත් එක තමයි අපි ඉස්සරහට දියුණුවක් වෙනවා අපි to develop a personal professional life, right? එතකොට දැන් මේ counseling එකේදී වෙන දෙයක් තමයි we must make the choices that enable us to fulfill the deepest capacities of our real self. real අපි නොදන්න වෙන එකක් තියා අපි දැනගෙන ඉන්නේ නැති අපේම හැකියාවන්, අපේම capabilities, දක්ෂතාවයන්, හැකියාවන් අපි දන්නේම නැතුව හැංගිලා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒව උඩට අරගෙන ඒව පාවිච්චි කරලා ඉස්සරහට යන එක තමයි මේ කවුන්සිලින් වලින් තියෙන එක මේ එක. What I wanted to tell here is දැන් මේ මෙතන තියෙනවා photos තුනක්. There are 3 pictures here. පළවෙනි එක, you are looking at the bottom from the sky. අපි උඩ ඉඳලා ආසේ ඉඳලා අපි බලනවා යමක් දිහා. ඒතර බලන්න අපිට හොඳ view එකක් පේනවා. හොඳ view එකක් පේනවා. So then how can we relate this into our life කියලා මම පස්සේ කියන්න. ඊළඟට you get down to certain extent. ඒතර අපිට පේන්න පටන් ගන්නවා ඊට වඩා ළඟින්, නමුත් තාමත් අපි උඩින් බලන්න. And when we land on the ground, we can see large buildings, large different objects ඒ වගේ පේනවා. Then අපි මේක කොහොමද, how can we relate to our academic life? දැන් ඕගොල්ලන් හැම කෙනෙකුටම තියෙනවා academic curriculum එකක් තියෙනවා. curriculum එකක් අපි ඕක ඉස්කෝලේදී කිව්වේ පාසලේදී අපි කිව්වේ syllabus එක කියලා. curriculum එකක්. So curriculum is intended to give you very detailed description of what you are going to study. ඔගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්න දේ තමයි curriculum එකේ තියෙන්නේ. It's a roadmap with all the guidance. හරි. එතකොට now curriculum, simply speaking, consists of different subjects, different divisions. එතකොට උඩින් ඉඳලා බැලුවාම we can see where the divisions are, where the subjects are, where you have to focus on, and so on. So you get a bigger picture of it. Bigger picture of it. ඒකේ ප්‍රධානත්වක ඔක්කොම තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් අපි උඩින් බැලුවාම. උඩින් බැලුවාම තේරෙනවා where should we go, what we will meet later. ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් දේවල් තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ curriculum එකත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොඳට analyze කරන්න. Have a look at from top, from sky. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන් තියෙනවා okay මෙන්න මේ තමයි මගේ තියෙන subjects ටික. මම ඉගෙන ගන්න හදන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක you can align these subjects into your interest. ඔයගොල්ලන් හිතේ ඇති හීනයක්. ඒ හීනේ තියෙන තැන කොහෙද තියෙන කියලා හොයාගත්තොත් මේ දෙක අපිට සම්බන්ධ කරන්න හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් මම මොනවද මෙතෙන්දි කරන්න ඕනේ? What I am supposed to do to achieve this goal? ඒකින්ද අපි පල්ලෙහාට බහින්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා උඩින් හොඳ analytical view එකක් ගන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ curriculum එක. හරි? ඊට පස්සේ if you can't understand certain things, you might ask either students, either senior students, either from your staff members or your parents, or who, if they know the subjects very well, ඒ වගේ කවුරුත් දන්න අය මේක you can clarify them, right? එතකොට ඒක තමයි මෙතනදී මම කියන්න උත්සාහ කරේ. ඒ කියන්නේ so do. Now you should be able to understand what you are going to do. Not for the sake of doing it, don't do it. Do it with a purpose. Do it with an aim, right? We can achieve our targets of our life, right? Objective of being a citizen in this country. Achieve කරන්න පුළුවන් හරියට. So you don't get lost halfway. Hurry. It's clear. So what is university? Now we have come to university, which is completely different from what you have come from. Now, but now we have climbed up to certain level. Then university, Vishwa. So it means it is referring to a universe. So it means limits are not there. Sky is the limit. Okay. Again, then there are limits set by your teacher, your staff there in the school. But here you don't have any limit. You can go as far as you want to go. Subject that is called specialization. So you have lots of responsibilities plus opportunities for yourself before you. The university again is an institution of higher education. USAS අධ්‍යාපනය. එතන පිළිසිලු ද්විතීක අධ්‍යාපනයේ ආයතනික පිටිය පාසලේ. But now we have come to an institute, the place where we engaged in higher education. උසස් අධ්‍යාපනයේ අපි බලමු මොකක්ද කියන එක. And also, unlike the school, university has the authority. University has the authority to confer degrees in various fields of study. Then, අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඉස්කෝලේ ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට අපිට ඔක්කොම ටික දීලා තිබුණේ අධ්‍යාපන අමාත්‍යාංශයේ. සිලබස් එක අධ්‍යාපන අමාත්‍යාංශයෙන්. එතකොට ඒ වගේ ගත්තාම you can't deviate from that. හැබැයි මෙතන එහෙම නෙවෙයි. අපිට මේ ස්පෙෂලායිසේෂන් වලට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ අනුව university has the authority. විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයට තියෙනවා බලයක් තියෙනවා degree award කරන්න. උපාධි පිරිනමන්න බලයක් තියෙනවා. ඒකට සනාතන සභාවක් තියෙනවා. ඒ සනාතන සභාවෙන් නිර්ණය කරපු පාඨමාලාවන් තමයි අපි උගන්වන්නේ. ඒ ඉගෙන ගත්තට පස්සේ හරියට ඒව ඉගෙන ගත්තා හරියට ඉගෙන ගත්තා කියලා පෙන්නනවා. අපි හොඳයි අපි මේ ඉගෙන ගත්තා කියලා. that is through evaluation කියන එක. ඊට පස්සේ if we get through them, so then we will be awarded a degree, securing a class even. First class වෙන්න පුළුවන්, second upper වෙන්න පුළුවන්, second lower වෙන්න පුළුවන්, and general pass වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඒක හරි ලස්සනට ස්ට්‍රක්චර් කරලා තියෙනවා යුනිවර්සිටි එකේදී. කොහොමද මේ අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල් මෙච්චර දුර ආවා කියලා පෙන්වන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක. මම ඒකත් ටිකෙන් ටික මෙතෙන්දී කතා කරන්නම්. Okay, I think if you have any question up to now, you may ask me questions. Don't be excited though. You don't hesitate yourself. Please ask if there is any question. Unless you can't understand what I'm trying to say, you can ask me straight away. So university now what is counseling or academic counseling? Counseling, simply speaking, is a service of direct contacts. Contacts with the individual students. So this contact or this meeting with individual student can aim at offer him or her, the student, assist in changing their attitudes or behavior. Right? Again, අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ප්‍රශ්නෙට උත්තරයක් හොයන්න උදව් කරන එකක් තමයි මේ counseling වලදී කරන්නේ. Counseling is an unceasing process. කවදාවත් මේක නවතින්නේ නැති දෙයක් තමයි counseling කියන එක. Now you have come to the university, there we have counseling. Even after going to your community level, you may have counseling of different nature. එක එක විදිහේ දේවල් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපි ඒකත් තේරුම් අරගන්න ඕනේ. කියන්නේ counseling is not a thing that is completed within our university life. And ඒක complex side හැමෝම හිතන counseling එකේ හරි භයානකයි. නෑ. If you want to know something about you, if you want to know some thing how to solve your problem, ඒ වගේ දෙයකදී counseling is the best way to do. හරි? මේ මමත් මේ broadcasting එකකට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන මේ අපි මම ගොඩක් අය එකපාර කියන්නේ it's counseling. I try to give you something. ඒක වෙනකොට then once you get things clarified, okay, your attitudes will be changed. ආකල්ප වෙනස් වෙනින් පස්සේ මොකක් හරි දෙයක් වැරදි මතයක් තිබුණා නම් ඒක වෙනස් කරගන්නවා. චර්යාවන් වෙනස් කර behavior වෙනස් වෙනවා. මම මෙතන තව දෙයක් කියනවා. study කියන එක තේරුම. Studying is changing your behavior constantly. හරි? Study help us to change our behavior constantly. මම මේකට මොකක්ද කියන උදාහරණය මම මෙතනින් එක කියන්න. හරිද? I have very popular example always. I use this when I was the staff development director. Director වෙලා ඉන්න කාලේදී කරපු සමහර workshops වල කිව්වද දෙයක් තමයි actually මම හිතන්නේ දෙකක් කියනවා මම බොහොම popular දෙකක්. එකක් තමයි there are no bad students, but there may be bad teachers. Bad students නැති වෙන පුළුවන් ඒක, but that can be sorted out. The second point is here අපි හිතමු මේ ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කියන එක studying කියන එක. එතකොට we study from womb to tomb. කියන අම්මාගේ බඩේ ඉන්නකන් ඉඳලා එතන ඉඳලා මොකද අපි ඒක ඇතුළේ ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. සහ අපි මිනිවල දක්වා යනකන් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. It's an unceasing, කියන්නේ අකණ්ඩ ක්‍රියාවලියක්. දැන් අපි බලමු උදාහරණයක් විදිහට. You take an infant. If infant passes by a snake, අපි හිතමු සර්පෙක් ගාවින් යනවා පොඩි බබෙක්. So he doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know how poisonous it is. On විසකුරු සර්පෙක් එන්න පුළුවන්. So what he might do is touch it, right? Touch it unknowingly that he is very poisonous. The snake is poisonous. So therefore, that is the knowledge he has at that moment. එයාට තියෙන දැනුම අනුව එයාට he doesn't know anything. He's for him it's another object or that's it. දැන් ඒ පොඩි කාලේ අපි ගන්නේ අපි කටට ගාලා බලනවා අත ගන්නවා ඔය දේවල් කරන්නේ. So in similar way, there's similar behavior. He also might try to touch the snake. එතකොට ඒ කාලේ අපි as adults අපි ඉතින් කියනවා no අල්ලන්න එපා. No, don't touch them. Be away from that. කියලා කියනවා ඉතින්. එතකොට ටික කාලයක් යනකොට suppose we grow to a certain extent. Still say a child, but we know that snake is poisonous, is very vicious. So therefore, once we see a snake, we try to avoid it. ඔන්න බලන්න ඉගෙන ගත්ත ප්‍රමාණය තරමයි කියන්නේ. දැන් ඉගෙන ගත්ත ඒ ප්‍රමාණය දන්නවා ඒක විසකුරු සර්පෙක් කියලා. Right? එතකොට ඊට පස්සේ in our school life, we also we now study snakes as part of our biodiversity, right? And the benefits of them. If you come to university, for example, if you do a subject like zoology or wildlife, then the particular snake, same snake, can be a resource for the environment, which can balance our balance our biodiversity. එතකොට ඒ වෙනකොට අපි ඒගොල්ලන් ඉගෙන ගන්න ක්‍රමයක් තියෙනවා, right? So it's wildlife then. It's a resource, natural resource. Even අපි තව පැත්තකට ගිහිල්ලා ගත්තොත් එම we maybe extract poison venoms from them. විස අරගන්න පුළුවන්. So that we can make anti venom. දැන් බලන්නකො අපේ දැනුම වැඩි වෙන්න ඉස්සර අපි මරනවා සතෙක්ව. හැබැයි දැන් මරන්නේ නැහැ. හේතුව අපි we know how valuable they are. And ඒ වගේම අපි දන්නවා it's a part of our nature කියන එක. So you see, studying, learning කියන එක, learning has changed our behavior. ඒක තමයි මෙතන වෙන්නේ. Okay? So අපි හැමතිස්සෙම මේ ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කියන එකේ තේරුම. එතකොට අපි හැමතිස්සෙම අපේ චර්යාව වෙනස් වෙනවා. I have given only just one example. You can have millions of different examples, and you see, with the learning process, we change ourselves, we change our attitudes, we change our behavior, and we change our way of life. It's very important that we learn properly, in proper way. We have to learn things. Correct? එතකොට කතාවක් තියෙනවා දැනගෙන ගියොත් කතරගම නොදැන ගියොත් අතරමඟ කියලා. Therefore we have to go in proper way. For everything we have proper way to follow. ඒකයි කතාව. So the scope of counseling and make වපසාරිය ගැන කතා කරොත් මේ අපි as far as now in this present context is concerned, it helps the student in selection of educational courses. අපිට තියෙන courses ගොඩක් තියෙනවා අපි ඔයගොල්ලන් curriculum එකේ. We can collect something into your basket. එකතු කරගන්න පුළුවන් depending on what are your interest. ඔයගොල්ලන් ඉස්සරහදී අපි මොන වගේ පැත්තකටද අපි යන්නේ කියන එක අනුව you can change it, you can select them. Okay, so then you also can change the trainings and other things also. You can change that way. For example, අපි දු ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ curriculum එකේ තියෙන පුළුවන් what do you call assignment ලියන්න. Päiväriim, giving certain topic, you have to write a report, collecting information from literature. Vividha පරීක්ෂණ පත්‍රිකා වලින් අරගෙන ඒ ගොඩක් තැන් වලින් අරගෙන අපි මේක ලියනවා. හැබැයි whenever you know where you should go in your future, ඒතර ඔයාලට පුළුවන් to select one area which is very interesting for you, which can help you to strengthen your knowledge in that particular field that you have selected. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතපු අර field එකට ගැලපෙන එකක් ලියලා මේක කරගන්න පුළුවන් ඒතකොට. So it means it's a good beginning. ඒක තමයි අපිට අපේ හරියට දැනගත්තොත් අපිට we can align ourselves towards your goal. Okay? And selection of improvement of study skills. And study habits, okay? And also maintain our mental health. Actually speaking, we have to be mentally fit, physically and mentally fit. Unless otherwise, we are not able to do what we want to do during our student life. So therefore, we have to have a very good mental health as well. Mental health එක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් මේක කැඩෙන්න පුළුවන් depression වගේ ඒවායින්. So mental health can be compromised with issues like depression, stress, you know, මේ වගේ ගොඩක් දේවල් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Even so, if we can't stand these problems, of course we will be subjected to different issues. We have a great deal of responsibility before us. අපි ගැන තියෙනවා අපිට වගකීමක්. ඒ වගේ තැන්වලදී stress වෙනකොට ඒ වගේ තැන්වලදී either you have to be අපි strong විදිහට මේ කරගන්න ඕන. ඒතර ඒවට there are different tools that you yourself can follow. එහෙම නැත්නම් counseling වගේ දැනකදී මේ කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ. අපි හැම දෙයක්ම කරන්න ඕන කෝච්චිය ගොඩක් දුර යන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා. So there are solutions for every problem. No problem has no solution. Without solution, it can't be. ඕනම ප්‍රශ්නයකට හැමතිස්සෙම solution එකක් තියෙනවා. It's matter of finding it, fine tuning your focus on. ඒක තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ. So help the students to achieve maximum efficiency in meeting their needs. මේ counseling වලින් එන එක දෙයක් තමයි මේක. දැන් counseling කියන එක අමතරව අපි counseling වල ලැබුණ නැහැ කියලා උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන්. But still you can control yourself, take yourself to your control and direct yourself to proper way. ඒකත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. And also counseling also can be engaged in discipline cases also. හරි? ඒ වගේ. දැන් මම ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ඉඳලා කියාගෙන ආව දේ තමයි අපි දැනගන්න ඕන අපි ආවේ කොහෙන්ද කියන. කියන්නේ අපි ආවේ පාසලකින්. දැන් අපි ආවේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකට. So we came from schools to the university. We should be able to distinguish between college or the school and the university. එතකොට අපිට තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් අපි ආපු තැන අනුව how can we change ourselves කියන එක. මේ changing එක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට සමහරක් අයට කරගන්න බැරුව යනවා. එතකොට again we will be discouraged වෙනවා. අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එතනදී අපිට අපි පසුබැස්මක් ඇති වෙනවා. ඒ හින්දා තමයි අපි let's discuss these things. So university is differs from school. University is usually it's larger than your school. Okay, and also has a broader curriculum. අපි හොඳ පාඨමාලාවක් මේකේ තියෙනවා. Having different disciplines, different specializations, different fields. ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා. මොකද ස්කෝලේදී අපිට දෙන්නේ curriculum එක මේ education department ministry එකෙන් approve කරපු එක තමයි දෙන්නේ. එතකොට the across the country we have one single curriculum. ඒක තමයි අපි මේ ගන්න. but මෙතන එහෙම නැහැ. Depending on your interest, depending on the future trends, okay, and national needs, we might change it. ඒකයි තියෙන වැදගත් එක දෙයක්. And university offers undergraduate, graduate and post professional degrees. Okay, so අපි දැන් we are undergraduate. එතකොට අපි අන්තිමට graduate වෙනකම්ම so we have different set of activities to carry out. Then school is smaller than university and has very specific curriculum in comparison with the university. Okay, and the university sets its own standard. මම මුලින්ම කතා කරේ මගේ පළවෙනි slides වලදී. ඒ කියන්නේ university has the authority to offer degrees and award your graduation. එතකොට මෙතනදී වෙන්නේ we can university as a university we can set our own standards and be answerable to this. ඒක හරියට අපි තේරුම් අරගෙන කරොත් එතකොට අපි දන්නවා. okay මේක වෙනස් කරමු හේතුව ගැනත් අපි it should be justifiable. සාධාරණීකරණය කරනවා. okay මේක තමයි දැන් trend එක. එහෙනම් අපිට පුළුවන් අපි මේ ටික කරන්න ඕන අලුතෙන් කියන. because you know always technology is advanced. Knowledge is widened and also deepened. Therefore we have to always in keeping with the changes in the world, in the country, in the region, we have to change our curriculum. That's for good. ඒ හින්දා අපි දැන් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන තැන ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉතාමත් වාසනාවන්තයි. ඒ වගේ මේ ලෝකයේ වෙනස් වෙනවත් එක්ක වෙනස් වෙන තැනක ඉඳගෙන ඒවට වෙනස් විදිහට මුහුණ දෙන්න තැනකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒකින්ද හොඳ මේක. A university may govern itself. The university is independent. So therefore, ඒ අනුව බැලුවොත් අපිට අපි ඔයගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ as university students, you have come to a different status of your in the society. ඒකින්ද you have to be happy about this. Can be proud of. Your parents should be proud of that you have been selected to a university, especially University of Sri Jayewardenepura. Okay, but අපි දැන් මේ කාලය ඇතුළත අපි ගොඩාක් උඩට එනවා හැම පැත්තකින්ම. The biggest, largest university then with lots of different faculties එහෙමත් තියෙනවා. ඊළඟට හැම activities ගත්තත් එම and research and development activities are also now getting more and more wide. The university to which you have come is one of the very best universities in this country, and I'm sure it's going to be very, very prominent institution, higher education institution in the region and also in near future in the world. Both students and staff members. ඒකින්ද ඔයගලන්ට ලොකු opportunity එකක් මේ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒකින්ද so get the maximum use of you're coming down to university and staying here for 3 to 4 years and get all the resources utilized, time meaningfully used, right? It can අපි ලැබෙන මේ ලැබිච්ච opportunity එකෙන් අවස්ථාවෙන් උපරිම ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්නවා. අපේ කාලය අපි උපරිම ප්‍රයෝජනට ගන්නවා. එතකොට අපිට පුළුවන් හොඳ පුරවැසියෙක් වෙන රටට සමහර විට ලෝකෙටම හොඳ ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. හොඳ ඇකඩමිෂියන් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. හොඳ රිසර්චර් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. එතකොට අවසානයේදී කියන්නේ ලෝකෙට අවශ්‍ය කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. You never know what is going to be your future. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ අවසානයේදී කොතනින් නවතියි කියලා කවුරුත් දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකින්ද it's matter of taking you to the track and going forward only. එතකොට තමයි අපි අපිට පුළුවන් දේවල් වෙන්නේ. දැන් මේ ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් වුණාන් පස්සේ ගොඩක් එක එක කාර්යභාරයන් තියෙනවා. ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් වුණාන් පස්සේ දැන් අපි සමහරක් කිව්වා ඔක්කොටම ඉස්සලා අපි ගත්තොත් student කෙනෙක් කියලා කියන්නේ it's a family, it's one of the family members in your family. You may be the only child in your family, or maybe just one child of your family තවත් ඉන්න පුළුවන්. But still you have family commitment එකක් තියෙනවා which you have to deliver. එතකොට as a member of your family. ඒකින් ඒ ටික අපි හරියට තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ having come to university, it doesn't mean that you have to give up everything. No. ඒකත් එක දෙයක්. සමහරක් අය ඉන්න මම දන්න මගේ මම දන්න ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලා ඉන්නවා. දැන් ඒගොල්ලෝ ලොකු තැන්වල ඉන්න අය. සමහරක් අය ඉන්නේ පිටරට. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ ස්ටුඩන්ට් කාලේ ඒගොල්ලෝ උදව් කරා family එකට උදව් කරා. I know one student who was from well-to-do family, all of a sudden his father fell ill, asanipa wuna. So everything was almost to collapse. Actually, I came to know that, and then I also encouraged him to continue this, and I also helped him. Other loku tanaka inne කෙනෙක්. ඉතින් එතකොට එයා ඒකෙන් එයාවත් බලාගෙන ගෙදරත් බලාගෙන. How now today he is very happy about that. ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් අය ඉන්නවා. ඒ හින්දා we should not forget our family commitments irrespective of who you are and what are you going at the moment do. And අපිට තියෙනවා අනිත් හැමෝටම වගේ future plans. හරි? එතකොට මේ future plans තමයි personal level වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Professional level වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So therefore you have to achieve them. You have to achieve them, right? එතකොට අපි කරන්න ඕනේ මේ ඔක්කොම ටික එකතර align කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් හරි. එක දිශානතියකට මේ ටික ඔක්කොම ගත්තොත් you can do it. And being a student, you have academic responsibility. You have to do your studies, write your assignments, write your practical reports, write other things, right? And then getting ready for your exams. There are many things that you have to do being a student. Okay, and you also part of the society. එතකොට ඒකින්ද you have social responsibility sometimes ගොඩක් අය ඒක වැරදි විදිහට තේරුම් අරගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ සමහරක් අය හිතනවා to oppose everything කියන්නේ. සමාජයේ වෙන හැම දෙයකටම අපි විරුද්ධ වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා මතයක් සමහරක් අයට තියෙනවා. But that is not the case. Social responsibility is that you have to say good for good things. You have to say bad for bad things. Even every action that you have to take should be non-violent, in non-violent manner. It's up to you to decide, but social responsibility should be defined by yourself so that you have a peaceful life. Okay? And personal life. personal life. One other. You may have your girlfriend or boyfriend. You may have some other things also, commitments, personal life, your personal interest, ambitions. So therefore, මේ ඔක්කොත් එක්ක තමයි යන්නේ. එතකොට ඉගෙන ගන්න ගමන් ගොඩාක් දේවල් තියෙනවා. You see, it's in all commitments and everything should be in single basket. The basket එකේ තමයි balance කරලා ඔක්කොම අරන් යන්න ඕනේ. And also you are part of the community. Community is also waiting for you. So therefore you have community commitment එකක් තියෙනවා. තව තියෙනවා මේක. මම මේ දැම්මේ a few of them only. There are so many other involvements. Being a student, you didn't stop being a human being. Again, at the end of the day, we are humans. Humans are the ඔක්කොම අපිට අවශ්‍යතාවයන් සහ වගකීම් සහ යුතුකම් තියෙනවා. ඒතර ඒ ඔක්කොවත් එක තමයි we have to go in a balanced way. In a balanced way. ඒතර තවටියක් ඉස්සරහින් sites වල there are thing how to do it කියන එක තියෙනවා. ඒතර මම ආයෙත් if I go very quickly at a school ගත්තොත් තිබුණේ teacher led නැත්නම් අපි කියන teacher centered learning එකක් තිබුණා. teacher centered learning. මොකක්ද මේකේ තේරුම? ඒ කියන්නේ හැමතිස්සෙම උත්සාහ කරේ ටීචර්ට ඕන දේ උගන්වන්න. ටීචර් ඕන දේ කියලා මේ ටීචර්ට ඉන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් දීපු දේවල් තියෙනවා. ගයිඩන්ස් තියෙනවා. ඒක ගයිඩ්ලයින්ස් තියෙනවා. ඔකත් එක තමයි. So එතකොට you do whatever you are asked to do. Of course, to a certain extent, there are some activities that you have to do on your own. But almost the big chunk of the activities in school are decided by the teacher. Teacher centered learning. But you are living with family. School in the car. Living with family. So you are not alone there. අසනීපයක් කරනොත් ඉන්නවා අම්මා තාත්තා ඉන්නවා ඒ ගැන බලා ගන්න. බඩගිනි වුණොත් කුස්සියට ගියා අම්මේ කිව්වා අම්මා දන්න මොකද්ද මේ මොකටද ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. ඕකේ? ඒතර ඒ වගේම තමයි. මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණොත් එහෙම සමහරට you may have a question මොකක්ද අපිට ඉස්කෝලේ ඇවිල්ලා ප්‍රශ්නයක් කියලා. ඒ ඔක්කොම පිට සමහරට අරින්නේ අර අහිංසක අම්මගේ තාත්තගේ පිටින්. බැනලා සරකලා හරි කළා. But they know that is the way you are behaving whenever you have problem. Very kindly look after you. Okay, and also it's a tuition oriented learning. මොකද හේතුව මේ tuition කියන එක ඒ තරමට අපේ blood වලට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. Whether good or bad. දෙපැත්තම. And limited facilities in the school. ඉගෙන ගන්න තියෙන පහසුකම් ගොඩක් නැහැ. I'm not referring to I'm talking average. සමහර ස්කෝල් වල තියෙනවා even better than other schools. නමුත් සමහර අය තියෙනවා මේ මට I have talked in terms of average school ඒ වගේ. And narrow scope මම කිව්වා වගේ. අපේ තියෙන එතකොට curriculum එක බොහොම narrow. There are no rooms for development or modification, deviating. එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. ඒ ඉන්න අපේ බොහොම focus වෙච්ච එකක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. හරි? But when you come to a university, it is student-centered learning. මම ඒක ටිකක් වැඩිපුර පොඩි මෙයක් කියන්න අත්‍යන්ත වැදගත්. මොකද හේතුව now this is now your present life. Okay. The teacher's purpose is not to create students in his own image. Teacher ge image එකේ නෙමෙයි හදන්නේ මෙයාව. But to develop students who can create their own image. ඒ කියන්නේ එතකොට ඒක මේ දැන් staff development මේ ඔය workshops කරනකොට මම කරන එක තමයි teacher should be a facilitator only. Facilitate කරනවා විතරයි. So his lectures should not be unilateral delivering the lecture. එක පැත්තකට විතර කියවන විතරක් නෙවෙයි වෙන්න ඕන. It has to be bilateral or multilateral. Okay? And he should be a goalkeeper. ඒ කියන්නේ goal එක එන්න not the goal gatekeeper. වෙහෙන්ට හරි අනවශ්‍ය පැත්තට යන්න ගියොත් එතන යන්න එපා. එච්චරයි. But in addition to that, everything is freely available, you can decide it. ඒ වගේ දෙයක් තමයි. So student centered learning එකේ තියෙන it is your responsibility what to learn, okay, and how to learn even. But there are certain assistance systems so assisting you how to learn කියන එක තියෙනවා. But substantial role, part of your the student role is coming under you. ඊළඟ එක තමයි there are individual learning. Again, lecturer may give you certain guidelines and all. It was self studies. Then you have to find information and coming up with a new knowledge, new concept. Again, අලුත් මේ හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් knowledge එක හොයාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් search කරලා through research papers and coming up with new knowledge. ඒක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. The individual learning හරියට තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක is the learner has full responsibility on his or her learning and self worth. එතකොට ඒ අතරතුර අපි manage කරගන්න ඕන as කොහොමද අපි ඒක set කරගන්නේ කියලා. And more room for teamwork ඒ වගේ. අපිට ගොඩාක් opportunities තියෙනවා කණ්ඩායමක් විදිහට මේ දේවල් කරන්න සමාජයට. Even that is facilitated by the teacher, by the lecturer. Team වලට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට teamwork කියන්නේ අද කාලේ one of the very essential part of our life. How to behave as a team member. අපි තනියෙන් කරොත් තනියලියා වගේනේ. එහෙම නෙවෙයි. Team එක ගත්තම පස්සේ we should be able to listen to others. We should be able to maintain the harmony. We should be able to listen to the leader of the team. If you are not the team leader, if you are the team leader, you should be able to understand the minds of others. You should be able to read other minds. ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් දේවල් තියෙනවා. මේ ඔක්කොම attitudes and skills මේවා. These skills are very appreciated by the private sector, the corporate sector, institutions. අද කාලේ ඉල්ලන දේවල් ඒවා. ඊළඟ you are supposed to work in now English. In English. මොකද හේතු එක දෙයක් තමයි there are hardly literature sources available in Sinhala medium or Tamil medium. So therefore, if you are able to search through English written research papers, so it means again limit is sky. There are many different areas that it means day by day the literature sources are coming into the heap of different literature sources. Therefore, so try to be conversant in English. English හරි වැදගත්. මොකද මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන එකේ තේරුම මේ එක භාෂාවක්. ඒතකොට මේ භාෂාව කෙනෙකුට තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ඕගොල්ලන් ගොඩක් අයගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව දන්න ගොඩක් අය ඉන්න පුළුවන් because in your family it's being used and යෝගි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. තව කොටසක් කියන ස්කූල් එකේ පාවිච්චි කරා. තව කොටසක් කියන එහෙම නැති අයත් ඉන්නවා. So we have average society here. හැබැයි කවදාවත් දන්නේ නැති කෙනෙක්ගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි වැරදිුන එකට ඒ ගැන මේ වෙන්න යන්න එපා. හැබැයි ඒ වගේ තමයි දන්නේ නැති එක්කෙනා ලැජ්ජ වෙන්නත් එපා කතා කරන්න. මොකද දන්න මේ අපේ ලංකාවේ තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි this is one of our drawbacks in our society. If you don't know English, if you know you have very small knowledge in English, you are reluctant to talk, thinking that you might make mistakes. But after all, we are not Englishmen. අපි මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි ජීවත් වෙන කියන්නේ මොකද ඉංග්ලන්ඩ් වගේ අය රටක ඉන්න අය නෙවෙයි. So therefore we have all rights to make mistakes when we talk, when we write. But when we make mistakes, then we try to know, we should try to know that it was a mistake. Then only we can correct ourselves. තව එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ ලංකාව තමයි unfortunately in Sri Lanka, people try to laugh at those who are making mistakes in English language, making errors, mistakes whenever they are talking. ඒක තමයි අපි ඒක හේතුව මේකයි. Because we don't know English. එහෙනම් අපි හැමසුම් try කරනවා මට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් හරි අඩුවක වචනයක් හරි වැරද්දක් කර මම hina වෙනවා. මොකද hina වෙලා මම I try to get a satisfaction. You look, he doesn't know that than I do. ඒක ඇවිල්ලා complex එකක්. එහෙනම් this has to be changed. This has to be changed. ඒ වගේම මේකත් මම කිය යුතුයි. Now you are new to this society, university society. Some of you must have come from well-to-do families, where your language is English in your family conversation. It doesn't mean that you should maintain as a extra what do you call superior group එකක් විදිහට හදාගන්න යන්න එපා මේ. You all are the same. එහෙම ඔසත්කමට හෝ language මම මේ කියන එක මම හිතනවා අපි එහෙම නෑ කියලා. නමුත් එහෙම we don't need to worry about this. නැත්තම් අපි අර වගේ maintain කරොත් වෙනම society එකක් මේ within our sub society අර වගේ society එකක් කරා කීප දෙනෙක් අයින් වෙලා වෙනම ඉන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක ඇවිල්ලා මානසික ලෙඩක්. එහෙම වෙන්න බෑ මෙතන. එහෙනම් so you are a single society in this culture. University culture is uniquely different from the big society in the country. In country there are caste problems, there are social layers, you know, ඒක වෙනම කතාවක්. Keep them aside. Now you are in a different society, so therefore it's better you try to live in this particular unique society, helping each other in learning and doing things. That is good. Okay, now at university we are learning without boundaries. Learner sees himself differently as a result of the learning experience. Karmang isala kiwe. Again, learning එකත් තියෙනවා අපි behavior එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. So we are very happy. Okay. අපි දැන් මේක දන්නවා. හරි? We are always going from known to unknown. දන්න එකක් මත ඉඳගෙන අපි හැමින් ගිහලා නොදන්න එකට යනවා. Then නොදන්න එකක් දන්න එකක් වෙනවා ඊට පස්සේ. So the unknown fact will be a known fact now. ඒ වගේ we go further. We go vertically and horizontally. එතන අපි ලොකු area එකක් අපි cover කරගන්න on the way, and also carry advisors. In university level there are career guidance unit and also ඒ වගේ මොනවද අපි ඉස්සරහට කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එක. එතකොට the student will take responsibility for what is learned and be accountable for the results of the learning process. You are the owner of your life. You are the guardian of your life, and you are the achiever of all these activities, all these things, commitments, and so on in time to come. You should be happy about that. ඒක තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඊළඟ තව මේ ගොඩාක් කියමන් තියෙනවා මේ student centered learning කියන එක. මම මේ දෙක තුනක් කිව්වොත් එහෙම student choose what to study and how to study. Knowledge is constructed by students, not by others. තමන්ගේ දැනුම කියන එක ඔක්කොම ටික හදාගන්නේ තමන්ම තමයි. මම එතෙන්ද එක දෙයක් කියන්නම් මේකත් මෙතනදී කියවන්න. Whenever you learn a learning process එකේදී try කරන්න හැමතිස්සෙම ඒ ටික memory එකට දාගන්නකොට with a logical sequence. ඒ කියන්නේ හරියට පොත් අපි රාක් එක තියෙනකොට ඔක්කොම ටික පොත් තියන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙනම් අපිට තියන්න පුළුවන් මේක පිළිවෙලකට. Chronologically according to මොනවා හරි ක්‍රමයකට. But හේතුව during the exam අර තියෙන ඒවා එළියට ගන්න ඕන. You have to draw certain points from your brain, your mind, and to put into your answer paper. But if you are not putting these facts in an order, you find it very difficult to get what is needed and what is suitable. ඒ හින්දා මේ පාඩම් කිරීම කියන එක සහ ඔක්කොවත් එක්ක හරි වැදගත්. අද අපිට කතා කරන්න වෙලාවක් නැහැ මේක ගැන. මේ ඒ කියන්නේ හැමතිස්සෙම අපි ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක තමයි එහෙන් තමයි යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරනවා. teaching කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ we also show them something. Somehow we involve students to do this practicals වගේ දේවල්. We take them to the industries, take them to the fields so that they can understand, okay, මේව තමයි කරේ අපි university එකේ. Likewise, you know, that is to convince yourself, okay, මේව තමයි අපි කරේ කියලා හරියට මේක දාගන්න මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඇතුළේ තියෙන library එකට. මේ library කියලා මම අදහස් කරන්නේ mind එකට. brain eකට. So putting the information in according to order. ඒක හරි වැදගත්. ඒකයි මම කියන්නේ mapping කියන්නේ මුලදී මම කියන පටන් ගත්තේ mapping is very important. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා උඩින් බැලුවාම මේ ටික තියෙන කියලා. That logical sequence, logical structure will help you to find out the most suitable information whenever you are going to express again back to the community, back to the examiner. Okay. Likewise, there are many things that we have to this. The differences between student-centered and teacher-centered learning. ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. මට ඊට වඩා වැදගත් දෙයක් කතා කරන්න මම ටික ටික I will go to other slides. So how can we orient ourselves into university learning? Set goals always. Then you have to set goals for goals daily basis වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. අද මම මෙන්න මේ ටික කරන්න කියන්නේ. කවදාවත් don't be over enthusiastic. අපි තමයි පාඩම් කරන්න පටන් ගන්නවා කියලා. පාඩම් ගන්නේ. You know පාඩම් කරන එක reading has to be done in keeping with the time available, resources available, okay, and the workload that you have before you. Don't set goals that you can't achieve at the end of the day. You go to bed frustrated. නමුත් අපි දන්නවා realistically මට අදට මෙතෙන්ට නිකන් කියවන්න පුළුවන්. එච්චරයි. එතකොට you go to that extent. The extent that you have set for yourself. Okay? Then you are happy of what you have done for the day. And you go to sleep happily. එක දෙයක්. Supposing දැන් අපි දිදාගන්නේ අපි 12ට කියලා නෑ. Supposing මම හිතනවා okay by 12 o'clock I should be completing this part. But by 10 o'clock already you have finished it. So then it's a bonus. You have another point, another part you can read through. Always you become frustrated if you have goals set without counting the time and other things available. right, that is it. And university level work expectation ඒක තමයි කතාව. Mapping the curriculum හරි මම කිය වැදගත් එක. You map the curriculum. ඔයාගේ කියලා syllabus එක කියලා කියන එක නමුත් ඒක curriculum කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ ඔක්කොමත් මේ subject කරන්නේ කොහොමද මොනවද වෙන්නේ ඉගෙන ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය හැම එකත් එක තමයි curriculum කියලා කියන්නේ. Okay. Then it's very detailed syllabus කියන එක. Well, let's say. So mapping it and you know what these things. හරියට මේක ඔරලෝසුකාර wheels ටික වගේ. ඒක හරි බලුවාම හරි very complicated. But ඒක හරියට තිබ්බ තියෙන විදිය දැනගත්තොත් everything is fine. You know this, great. And time management. So new definition for using your time now. ස්කෝලේදී මොකද කරේ? ඒක එච්චර හිතුවේ නෑ. හැබැයි දැන් එහෙම නෙවෙයි. You have many subjects together. ඒ වගේම you should be now able to read through very quickly, quicker than what you have done in your school. ඒ වගේ දේවල් තියෙනවා. Right? And then ඊළඟට අපි දන්න මේ grade point average කියන එක. GPA
තාක්ෂණයක් ඔස්සේ ගමන් ගන්නා ක්‍රියා විභාෂණයක් වෙනවා. ක්‍රියා තත්ත්වයේදී
Amansha, please mute your microphone. Okay. And GPA expect again අපි හැම එකම ලකුණක් ගන්නවා ලකුණු grade අපි ගන්නවා A ද B ද C ද යන විදිහට. එතකොට you have to plan yourself. මම මේවා ගන්නෙ කොහොමද කියන එක. right? එතකොට මේක ගැන අපිම තේරුම් ගන්න. කොහොමද කොච්චර කරන්න ඕනද කියන එක. එතකොට ඒකට ඔයගොල්ලන් curriculum දැක්කාම ඒ curriculum එකේ තියෙනවා you have learning outcomes කියලා. මොනවද? ඒ කියන්නේ on successful completion of this subject the student should be able to කියලා කීපයක් තියෙනවා කරන්න. ඒ ටික දන්නවා කියන්නේ you are through. ඉතින් ඒකට තවත් එතකොට ඒක තවත් හොඳට ඒ ටික ඔක්කොම strengthen කරගත්තොත් you can go for a grade එකට යන්න පුළුවන්. So you see you are the gatekeeper now. You are the guardian of your own future. ඊළඟ මේ Bloom taxonomy කියන එක මම ඒකට ගිහිල්ලා එන්නම්. ඒක Bloom taxonomy කියන එක මෙන්න මේ වගේ දෙයක්. දැන් මේ තියෙන්නේ there are 6 steps. මේක වෙනම කතා කරන්න අපිට වෙලා නැහැ. මම නමුත් let me go through it quickly. There are 6 levels of learning. Ekama teacher කෙනෙක් කියනවා there are 6 levels of teaching කියන එක. දැන් බලන්න පළවෙනි එකේ තියෙන knowledge. You should know everything. Only know. දෙවෙනි එක you should comprehend them. මේක දන්න දේවල් දන්න ටික ඊට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් ඒ කියන්නේ manipulate කරන්න. You can manipulate what you know. පළවෙනි එකේ තියෙන්නේ අපි ගත්තොත් define කියන්නේ අපි පාඩම් කරලා ආයෙ ලියන එක විතරයි. අර්ථ දක්වනවා කියන්නේ. You can repeat, you can record, you can list out. You don't need a very detailed knowledge about this. මේ තමයි අපේ මුල level එක. මේවත් මේ level එක තමයි ගොඩක් අය schools වල තියෙන මුල එක level එක. Okay? එකක්. Then ඊළඟ එක තමයි comprehend. Again, what you know, you can use them and do certain things. Okay. So it means you can discuss using all the knowledge. Again, you can apply that knowledge to interpret, okay, to demonstrate something, to practice it. We got back the knowledge, experiment, compare, analyze, analysis. The fifth one, synthesizing. You can plan something based on your knowledge and how to do it and apply. Make all levels we can synthesize. Planning, proposing, designing, formulating, even. Then you can evaluate, judge. අපි හදන්නේ පාලමක් කියලා. So So you are assigned to make a bridge. Bridge එක හදනවා කියන්නේ lazy නෑ. You should be able to know the materials, their applications. Okay, again, they are applications, and you should be able to analyze their strength and other things, properties. ඒ ඔක්කොවත් එක්ක තමයි මේ bridge එක හදද්දී කොයි you select what the best materials. මේක හොඳ නෑ මේක හොඳයි. So this evaluation, judging in them, it means මේක තමයි the highest level of learning. So අපි යන්නේ අන්තිමට මෙතෙන්ට. Maybe in our first semester මේ වගේ යන්නේ. Second semester වෙනකොට second year වගේ වෙනකොට මේ වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. And third and fourth year වෙනකොට මේ ඔක්කොවත් එක්ක මේකත් යනවා. This is how we have to think about. එතකොට මේ levels ටික ගැන අපි තේරුම් ගන්නවා. එතකොට ප්‍රශ්න ටික දෙන්නේ මේ levels වලින් තියෙන විදියට තමයි. So something introduction to agriculture කියලා හිතමු. In your case, එතකොට it's something so expecting from here. But when you say now, you have two different conditions. Which condition match will be suitable for this particular cultivation? And you have to analyze everything and going for that. Okay, right. එතකොට ඒක තමයි එක දෙයක් අපි මේ කියන්නේ. So the Bloom taxonomy කියලා කියන්නේ මේකට. ඒ Bloom කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ විද්‍යාඥයාගේ නම Bloom taxonomy. Okay, cognitive domain. එතකොට මේක we are using this taxonomy. And පේනව නේද? මේකෙන් පටන් ගන්න base එක just remember and understand, then apply, analyzing, synthesizing and evaluation. Okay. And then අපි තව දෙයක් අපි දැනගන්න ඕනේ දැන් අපි ඕනම මේ අපේ ජීවිතයේ තියෙන ඕනම ප්‍රශ්නයක්. There are four different stages of sorting out. We experience something. අපිට මොනවද දෙයක් ප්‍රශ්නයක් කියලා. ප්‍රශ්නේ අපි ඒක ඒ ප්‍රශ්නෙට analyze කරනවා we. And then we මොකද ගන්න ඊට පස්සේ මේ ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ කරවල අපි we reflect on it. බලන මොකද්ද මේ වෙන්නේ කියලා. අපි තේරුම් ගන්නවා analyze කරලා මොකද්ද ඒක වෙන්නේ කියලා. හරි? වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක. Then මේක කොහොමද අපි වෙනස් කරන්න කියන එක, what does it mean? අපි කොහොමද මේක තේරුම් ගන්නද යන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක ඉස්සරහට ගෙන plan කරගන්න පුළුවන්. concept එකක් විදිහට යන්න පුළුවන්. The fourth one is planning. What will happen next? What do you want to change? ඒක අපි change එකක් කරනවාද? අපි තමයි බඩේ අමාරුවක් හදලා උදාහරණයකට. ඒක බලනවා කෑවේ මොනවද? ඔය වගේ දේවල් ගිහලා අන්තිමට කියන හරි. මම මේකට මේ බෙහෙතක් ගන්නවා හරි මොකක් හරි කියන කිව්ව. එතකොට මේ කාපු දේවල් ඔක්කොම ඇනලයිස් කරලා මෙතන ඩයිල් තියෙනවා. බෙහෙතක් ගන්නවා. අපි ඉතින් බෙහෙත අනුව මස් වගේ දෙයක් නම් කාලා තියෙන්නේ. So then you know what to do. ඒ වගේ. ඉතින් එතකොට කරන්න ඕන ටික මෙතන දෙනවා. කළා ආයි බලනවා ඒක හරි ගියාද? හරි ගියේ නැත්නම් ආයි මේක ඊළඟ වෙන එකක් කරනවා. Likewise මේක තමයි it is unceasing again. මේ change එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. change එක අපි change කර කර යනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ දියුණුව කියන එක හරියට සර්පිලාකාරයි. circular නෙවෙයි. හැමතිස්සෙම circular එකට වඩා repeating circular එක සර්පිලාකාරයි. spiral way. So after university you are independent citizen now. එහෙම වෙන්න නම් ඕගොල්ලෝ අර ඔක්කොම ටික attributes ටික එකතු කරගන්න. So for you to be an independent citizen, you should be knowledgeable. You should be a person with a positive attitude. You should be skillful citizen or professional. Okay, and many more things. So therefore, ඒ ඔක්කොත් එක්ක ඒ ඔක්කොම ගන්න කොහෙන්ද university එකේ. So ඒකින් don't don't waste your time. ඔක්කොම ටික කරගන්න පුළුවන් හැමදාම ඒකෙම හිටියෝ. And work for you and work for family. ඊට පස්සේ අපි එළියට ආවට පස්සේ after university you have to find a job. You have to find means of living. So why? You should feed yourself and feed your family, support your family and so on. And getting married. But it can be even advanced whenever you are a student. It's up to you and your parents to decide it. But මේක තමයි කතා. දැන් හැමෝම කියන්නේ මේ දැන් සමහරක් අය කියන විහිළුවට මේ ඔක්කොම කරන්න බඳින්න ඕනින්ද කියලා. In a way it is true. හැබැයි බඳිනවා කියන තේරුම මොකද්ද? To be a useful member of your society, community. Don't forget that your biological responsibility of you is to maintain the species. Homo sapien කියන එක කියන species එක maintain කරන්න යන එක. ඒක තමයි අපේ prime objective. ඕනම සතෙක්ගේ එක තමයි මේක. හැබැයි ඒක to do it in better way. ඒක අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒක තමයි අපි target එක. ඒ කියන්නේ හරියට ඒ දේ කරන්න. In an acceptable way. Okay? So be happy that we are having a better version of delivering responsibilities to the nature, to the society, to the community, and to yourself at the end of the day. So best bits are becoming the university you can become independent, making new friends. Lanka Hampton, they are now your friends are coming from different part of the country. So you can have better now new networks. Believe me, now this network later will be very helpful. Social capital here. Social capital. Again, capital then financial social capital you can do lots of things which we can't do with money. Because හේතුව අපි හිතමු මම යනවා ඔෆිස් එකකට වැඩක් කරගන්න. එතන ඉන්න ලොක්කා ඔයාගේ මගේ ක්ලාස්මේට් මගේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ බැච්මේට් කිව්ව ගමන් මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? හරි මචං පොඩ්ඩයි ඉන්න මම මේක කළේ. That is called social capital. අපි තමයි දැනක වැඩ කරනවා එතන මට ඕන කරන ඒ ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට් එකේ යමක් කරගන්න. කතා කරලා කියනවා මේ Central Environment Authority කෙනෙකුට කියනවා. මට මෙන්න මේ වැඩේ කරගන්න ඕන. So it's in no minute, no time. So that will be done. So that is called the importance of having networks. And the university, that is your brand. Japur graduate ne dikama godak dan තියෙන ලොකු හොඳ recognition එක. So don't try to spoil that image. So we have a very good image in this country and beyond. So therefore we can be very proud of. So while endorsing the brand, the Japura brand, you try to give justice to this brand. Be unique student for the country and for the world. Okay. And also my course, my beginning of the career. Course is your beginning of a career. So you can now have a pathway to go. And my social life, මගේ සමාජමය ජීවිතේ මේක තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේ ඔක්කොම දැන් තමයි අපිට ලැබෙන්නේ හරි දේ. දැන් තමයි අපිට තියෙන්නේ අපිට of course it doesn't mean that we should ignore our school friends. No. We have to love them and we have to be friendly with them and always we should not forget them. Yes. Have a university life your foundation for heights. Okay. So role of university and us. degree is worth only what? It is perceived to tell the world about the quality of its holders' knowledge, skill and attitudes. හරිද? දැන් degree එක තියෙනවා නම් ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක කියන එක දැක්කම අපේ knowledge එකයි skill එකයි attitudes එකයි ඒකේ qualities ගැන. Quality of holders' knowledge, skill and attitudes. Irrespective of the standard of the degree and reputation of the conferring institution. No matter you are, no matter what you learn, what you got, ඕගොල්ලෝ දැන් සාධාරණයක් කරන්න ඕන ඕගොල්ලෝ ගත්ත ඩිග්‍රී එකට. හරි? අපි ඩිග්‍රී එකක් අරන් ගිහිල්ලා okay I am having BSc in මේක කියලා අපි ගිහිල්ලා වැඩක් කරේ නැත්නම් එතන අපිට යමක් කරගන්න බැරි වුණොත් අපේ ආකල්ප අප්සෙට් නම් it means we are tarnishing our university, we are tarnishing our degree and we are tarnishing the entire image of the Japura කියන image එක. ඒ හින්දා අපිට we have great deal of responsibility to endorse the good image of our mother university. It's a win-win situation. We love our university, and university gives you a lot that therefore we can always say our mother university. කියන්නේ අපිට දෙවෙනි අම්මා විදිහට ඉන්න පුළුවන් university එක. So that is the thing. So our goal for you to be well-rounded, learned person when you graduate from SJP University. ඒක තමයි අපි හැමෝම එකතු වෙලා මේ කරන්න උත්සාහ කරන්නේ. So therefore help you to help the country, help you to help the university and help you at large. Always ඕගොල්ලන්ට අවශ්‍ය කරන ටික ඕගොල්ලන්ට කරගන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ එතනකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒකින්ද හරියට ඒක කරන්න. හරියට කරොත් එහෙම අපිට කවදාවත් මේ පාර හරියට වරදින්නේ නැහැ. You know now what the destination is. So having said so, I wind up my lecture. විනාඩි 5ක් තියෙනවා. If you have any question, මම දන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රශ්න අහනවා. I'll be very happy. ප්‍රශ්න අහනවා. අඩු ගානේ chat එකෙන් උනත් පුළුවන්. I am thankful. I think I have given some aspects. මම හිතනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට යමක් දෙන්න ඇති මම. එහෙමනම් ඒ කියන්නේ හොඳයි. So it's now so this is the beginning of your new life, and it will end up whenever you become a citizen, good citizen in the country or in the world. ඒක වෙන්නේ කවදද? Whenever you are ready to go to another world, another life. එතකන් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. ඒතර මේ ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල් අපිට හැම එකම support කරන්නේ අපි university life එකේ ගත්ත knowledge එක. So we are going up to tomb. While we are going to tomb, we have to learn. Learning is unceasing process. Thank you very much. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා මට අහන්න පුළුවන්.
So students, if you have any clarification from the professor, please raise now.
Usually by default, they don't have questions.
Actually, sir, I'm Dr. Udari from the Department of Urban Bioresources.
Okay.
So it was really privilege for us to have you today for this orientation program. So we are really thank you very much for joining with us and spending your time with us for this lecture. I think the students have had a very good understanding on how to behave in the academic situation, new changes. So thank you very much, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is my pleasure. Yes, thank you, man. Students have chat here. Sir, can you please share the slide again where it was mentioned about how to orient ourselves to learning? I think this is now recorded, right? So this
Yes,
can be made available to students.
yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
right.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for joining with us today.
Okay, you're welcome and wish you all the very best. Students, everybody, wish you all the very best. Thank you, Dari. Thank you, Janti is there, I think.
Yeah, I'm here, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Right. Okay.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Right. Welcome. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good morning to all of you. We are back here. So I think students are joining with us again. So we may need to wait 1 or 2 minutes further. So here we have Professor Hiran Amarasekara. Here we have Professor Hiran Amarasekara. Actually, again, one of my own teachers as well from the Faculty of Applied Sciences, the Department of Forestry and Environmental Science. And Professor Hiran, actually, he is also a Japura alumni. He was graduated from Jayewardenepura University, and then he has done his PhD in UK, University of Wales. And now Sir is working in the Department of Forestry and Environmental Science. And other than the departmental work, Professor Hiran is involving in the digital media and communication unit as the director of that unit. And also he's working a lot with the like national programs for like Sri Lankan biology Olympiad things and all. So you might have heard about Hiran, sir. So we are lucky to have Professor Hiran here with us to give you some understanding about the role of a student in an online setting. So especially these days, we are kind of unfortunate. We cannot meet physically and do the lectures. So we have to still go ahead with our lectures and complete the semesters and get going. So in that case, it's our duty to understand what are the roles, what is our role as a student in an online setting. So we have Professor Hiran with us. So I think now we have close to 60 students. So you can quickly pass a message to your other friends if they are not having any power interruptions, ask them to join as soon as possible. So it's over to you, sir. You can start and we can get going.
Thank you, Janita. Janita is from our science faculty, so we are glad that our science faculty is helping this new faculty, urban and aquatic bioresources, to start your things. So welcome all. Now, my topic is role of university students in an online setting. Today, we have seen that you are joining here with us, I think with a lot of difficulty with power cuts and all the things. First, we will start with a small survey to check whether how many of you are using mobile device or laptop device. You can put your mobile phone camera, point this mobile phone camera to this one, and then it will open this website slido.com, and then vote whether you are using mobile device, laptop or desktop. So please vote now. Or if you are unable to do that, go to slido.com and type #540-808. So quickly point this one and do this one. Janit, we have a group leader or anyone, or just all are similar?
Yes, sir, all are similar. At this point, we don't have any batch rep for somebody.
So 9 people have responded out of 68. Even in these 16, there are a lot of majority of students are using laptop or desktop. I don't know whether you have asked your parents to buy a new laptop. Many students come in a mobile device these days, but you are lucky if you have a desktop or laptop to join this class. How many of you are do not understand English? Can you raise your hand? Or raise hand? Only one raise hand. Only 27 have responded. There are more questions to come. Right, from the 30 students, it's maybe said 70% are using laptop or desktop. The desktop or laptop is the preferred method of joining online classes. However, if you do not have a mobile laptop or desktop, still, I think mobile devices will do the trick, and you can still join and enjoy most of the things by this Zoom method. Now, as you know, Sri Lankan universities, we have to conduct online classes because today we are going to discuss these things. Why Sri Lankan universities now conduct online teaching? What is the difference between university and school level of learning, and what are the learning skills you are needed, and online learning, and what is the difference between online learning and classroom learning, and discuss something on how to use Google Classrooms. As you know, the COVID-19 has changed how we teach and learn. There are some positive impacts and negative impacts. Most of the universities all over the world have switched their courses online and online exams, which we have not heard even earlier. Some people like myself have heard, but we have not implemented effectively. So now we are doing a lot of digital events and webinars. If you go to our university website, there are a lot of digital events and webinars you can participate. And also on the other hand, a negative point is the reduction of parents' income and additional cost for device and data. I think there are a lot of people are finding very difficult to afford for the data and also for the mobile devices. And there is an issue there. In education should be equal, but the equality is also in a question when you have this kind of thing. And also there are health issues, COVID-19, and some people may have already deceased, and some people may have observed the death of a family member. And also international, also this has changed, that some of the countries, they have lost their international education market. ADB has launched a survey when we started the first COVID wave, and ADB study found they have conducted this online survey with our government universities as well as the private universities, so private higher education institutes, and they have found 90% of students had access to online education. So this rate is comparable to developed countries like Japan. However, poor internet connectivity, you must have heard poor internet connectivity disrupted this online education. Higher education institutes need to revisit curriculums, pedagogy, online assessment, and blended learning. Although we are learning fast, still this may not be the correct way of teaching. Not only Sri Lanka, but all over the world, this is a new thing. So as teachers, we are still trying to grasp this idea of online teaching, and also students are grasping how this online learning works. Then you have come to an university. There is a difference between university and a school. University normally do two things. One is degree awarding or education, and academic research. So you have come to an institution where a lot of things in universities, we have two missions. One is to teach, and another one is to create new knowledge. Universities have two types of things. One is human resources. They are academics. Now we are academics, and in the university they have non-academics. Like when you go to the department, you will come across various non-academics, technical officers, then also administrators like registrar. And also we have in our universities, one of the beautiful universities in Sri Lanka, I think we have a lot of grounds, buildings, etc. So sometime maybe in some schools also may be beautiful, but the human resource is different here in a university. So what is this? We will discuss in this lecture what is online learning and how it is different to classroom learning. There is a course, or one of the things conducted in our university science faculty by Mr. P. Das, Senior Lecturer, Department of Statistics. Learning at university, he conducts lectures, so I have extracted some of the slides from him. Then you have selected this new course. UGC has introduced a new course. Therefore, as opposed to selecting traditional courses like ours, which I am in the Department of Forest and Environment Science, you have selected this new course, Urban and Aquatic Resources. And also, why you select it in university? Can you list selecting in one? Can you list reasons for selecting this course and entering the university? මේ course එක select කරගත්තේයි කියලා Saha why, what are the reasons? Kiyan pulan the university education එක reasons මොනවද කියලා ඉස්සලා කියන්න පුළුවන්ද කීප දෙනෙකුට? poll එකකට යන්න ඉස්සලා කතා කරලා කියන්න බලන්න. Then one of the other things in the online teaching is learning is you have to speak. Speaking is very easy. අනික් වගේ නෙමෙයි. ඔන්න ඔය අය වගේම තමයි කුටු කුටු දාගෙන මෙහෙම ඉගෙන ගන්න බෑ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. If you can you can turn on the video if possible. පුළුවන් අයට video turn on කරන්න පුළුවන්. සමහරවල් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් turn on කරන්න බැරි. ඔයගලන් කාමරේ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් turn on කරන්න බැරි. So that I will, but can you say something why you have selected this particular course and what are the reasons for selecting a degree course? Before that, you have already, most of the people have changed their profile picture to profile name. මේ මෙතන profile picture rename කරලා දැන් Y11 කියනෝනේ එයා rename කරන්න to your name. Can you all rename your name to a meaningful name, not the device name, some meaningful name? So can you answer this question? Or just type in a chat box. කවුරු කතා කරන්නේ? මෙහෙම කතා කරන්න බෑනේ. You can't participate. This is the online, no online learning. මෙහෙම කරොත් මුකුත් නෑ online.
We have asked you to switch on the video.
Parami, can you say why you have selected this course? So why you have come to the university? What is the objective of the university? Parami can ban. අනේ කෙනෙක් chat එකේ දාලා. Right. ඔන්න එනවා. Okay දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ එනං මේක දැන්ට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ නැති නිසා මම මේ විදිහේ poll එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා. Still again you go to these put your mobile camera here and then go to the slido.com and then type your messages there. Then make anonymous. So this person doesn't have any idea of the particular course, but he loves the university. Can you type? Anyone can type here. List the reasons for selecting this particular course. That is the faculty of. You have 2 degree courses, no, Janet? 1 degree course, no?
2 degree programs, sir.
2 degree program.
Yeah.
Me 540 nimi, why you have list reasons for selecting university, why entering a university? What is the purpose of the adugan liyano getting a degree kiyala? That is the main reason. What are the list reasons for selecting this course or entering the university? We'll give you another 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. May make a type karan to arcam type. Course syllabus of urban and aquatic bioresources. I am not giving there. Someone has asked this. May you please share the course syllabuses of urban and aquatic bioresources? I think our Janit will do this one.
Yes, sir. We are getting ready for that. We already have the prospectus ready, but there are some fine-tuning to be done, like minor changes of the prospectus. So we'll be giving that probably by Monday to the students.
All right.
Prospectus, they will have the courses. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, animals, very good. Some ideas. Okay. Getting a job, tamai prashati. So he doesn't like to be a teacher. That is good. So that you have selected different one, that is good. මේ එක දිගට ගහන්නේ මේ will අනම්මන දාන්න නැතුව ඒගොල්ලෝ ඔන්න මැකුවත් කමන්නේ. ඒ එකට ගහන්න එක sentence එකක් වගේ ගහන්න. ආන්ට one word ගහන්න බැරිද දන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මේ වගේ දැන් because I like practical oriented degree කියලා තියෙන ඒවා එක. Only 5 of you have participated. Then make it an anonymous. Anyone can go to higher education and abroad. පුළුවන් එනේ ජනිත. Go to higher education and abroad. Pretty interested in ecology. He has a good image about USJ because it is new and he has selected a very good. New course, maybe more activities, interesting and curious about the degree. So very good. And in online education, another positive aspect is that we can get your feedback very quickly. Because in normal setting, you may not be able to speak out. But in here, you actually spoke out. But we can, if we had time and I have only 45 minutes, we can ask everyone and then ask them to speak. Some want a learning course, some like marine one, Okay. You can still keep on voting, keep on sending your responses. කවුරුහරි mic එක on කරලා කතා කරනවද එයාට? Can someone speak out loud? කවුද කතා කරන්නේ? දැන් තවත් එකක් තමයි in the online education, in Sri Lankan education, normally students won't talk. ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. නිකන් ඒගොල්ලෝ මොකද මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ in the tuition classes also, this is only one way of teaching. You listen and we tell. But in university education is quite different, and you have to speak out, and especially you are the new faculty and you are the trendsetters of this particular faculty. Therefore, apart from that is one way of advantage and some disadvantages also. But one advantage is you can also have your own culture. You can develop your own culture and speak out, and you can in future, before coming to lecture, you can take yourself and actively participate. Very good. That's very good. Because of the time limitation, I will move on, but you have given some comments there. Learning at school, this is normally learning at school, mostly teacher center. Teacher usually aiming at exams. In Sri Lankan education system, mainly based on 3 exams. Grade 5 exam, tuition O-level exam, and then advanced level exam. Forced learning, spoon feeding. What are the 3 things? You have a passive learning, clearly not defined scope, vibhag passing vitraiti, limited sources for learning. Biological, how many of you are biological science students? Biological science students?
So excuse me, here all the students are from biological stream.
Only biological science.
Yeah, only biological. That's the unique thing for the faculty.
If you are a biological science student, you all learn from this. If you are doing biology, chemistry is different. You have to read only that resource. But people go there and surface learning approach. If you study cram 2-3 days, you can't cram 2-3 days for advanced level because of huge syllabus. But only surface learning is enough. You don't have to go deep learning. Limited to declarative knowledge. Work with colleagues is relatively different IQ levels. In your same batch, same school, same, you have a different results. People are there, and less freedom and all tuition culture days are there, and the learning at school. In fact, the university education should be different. Have I make a different? But should be different. It should be mostly student center, but it is not so. Then other one theme student center. I speak and you listen. Not only aiming an exam, although it is said in university education also I have seen they centered at exam. Exam faculty meeting, students were asking, give one day hamadama dawasat denna kiyala tiyena me exam eකට ඉස්සලා දවස් මොකද සරාත්‍රික පාඩම් කරලා they want cramming. It is not a good way of learning, but they are asking for that one. ඒතර ඒගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන exam එක විතරයි, not anything. Not for no forced learning, but however no forced learning කිව්වට අපිත් දානවා මේ assignment එක දුන්නේ නැත්නම් you have to submit assignment on X date කියලා තියෙනවා. Scope is broad and unlimited. If you are really clever, your learning is unlimited. You can do a lot of things. Peer learning plays a vital role. In our university is called Kuppiya. But unfortunately for you, you don't have a senior batch. You don't have a senior batch. You are the most senior batch. But in our universities, there's senior batch. Chemistry loku kuppi තියෙනවා. ඒවට කියන්නේ කුප්පිනේ මොකක්ද ඒ වචනේ? තව මෙරිට් යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ තියෙනවා. ඒව නිකන් ලන්තාරුම් වගේ. Bus වගේ. There's a lot of big studying sessions. Sometimes students do not learn from the lecturer, they learn from peers. And a lot of sources for learning. Deep learning approach is necessary. Everyone will not do deep learning. Deep learning and also Janita, this is a special degree. you will get anyway, all people are selected for 4 years. But in our 3 year, 4 year, and what a deep learning at Vitrai, only selected for special degree. But in here it is not so. You have all come for the 4 year honors degree. And you have a colleagues with relatively similar IQ level. You have anyway, you have all passed advanced level examination. No tuition. I not nowadays we have seen, unfortunately, assignment liana venama katti inna. Karanne nepa assignment liana mata hambuna lame kelama is his duty, not lame. He's also from a private university. His task is assignment. He writes any type of assignment, from the geography to aquatic resources. If you want sharks, they will write about sharks. Googling and write it, and then there are some ways and means of doing it. They're not plagiarism checking software. There are ways and methods of writing without plagiarism. Cut and paste. You should learn that skill. That is why we are giving assignment. Therefore, normally I don't give that kind of assignment because of the students are cheating now. No close monitoring. Then I'm up him a keyword over then classes tuition pantula shirt and you have more freedom even in here. Now I know that although you have a 76 participants, no, some people not be there, only the koto is there, but students actually not present there. They are they are going in the bus. I said, you are a lecture? No, oh, lectures there, no lectures going on. Lectures, and it's also they make up it like Danone video them video video them that video is recorded and you have everything given. You are preparing for the exam. But it should remember there is a deep learning approach. If possible, not all will deep learn. But those people are the real people we need in a university education. So that is what the difference between school learning and university. Also, then we are bell school bell yes, no bell him there are some difference between school learning and university learning. Then there is also a Bloom's learning taxonomy. Normally it's a remember, understand. School level, but in university level, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. So question is also different. In advanced level, we do describe, relate, tell, find. But in here, the university level, you have other methods of applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating knowledge. New ways of higher levels of learning is required in university learning. Now, the online learning. This is the lecture which I am supposed to deliver today. There are various types of online learning. Online learning is learning, distance learning, or learning by your device. Now, this is supposed to, these are types of learning. One is classroom or physical learning. I think very soon you will come to our university and you will have physical learning. I think your dean, Professor Pradeep, told me that initially you will be housed in Kerama and then you will be going to Nugegoda. Online learning can be two different, synchronized and asynchronized. Synchronized can maybe the same teacher and the students are same time. That is a live Zoom lecture. That is synchronized. That is the highest method of online learning. However, there are other asynchronized modes of learning. LMS, then we will be uploading this one to LMS, or you can use Google Classroom, and also you can watch video lessons and notes. You can then I have given the notes. So you can, or you can Google and search the things, and you must have watched YouTube videos and MOOCs, massive open online courses. How many of you know massive open online courses, Coursera? How many of you know, have heard about massive open online courses, MOOCs, Coursera, edX? Only 3 people, neither. 3 people, 4 people have raised the hand. Very good. And I will tell you how you can use this kind of learning also here. Right, please. YouTube. And the blended learning is where you incorporate physical learning as well as online learning. Now, when there was a corona crisis, we had a fully online learning. when it is finished, I think in future, our university system will go to blended way of learning. Some lectures still can be conducted in online, some in physical. These are the online resources at University of Sri Jayewardenepura. I think Kasum must have told you. Kasum need kata karane that. You will be having learning online system, Moodle, and also Google Classroom. I think Kasum must have told you Moodle mobile phone use karanda puluwa. Then online classes through Zoom, we are conducting through Zoom, and also there's a Microsoft Teams. I think your dean will provide you how to access Microsoft 365 free. We will tell you later. Our science faculty students and other students can do, and Google has initiated their own one, Google Meet. And to communicate with students, our university we have a website, university website, faculty website, and department websites will be there. So you please check those things, and also the learning management system. Also, there are students notices, and if you do come to the university, there will be notice boards. Then notice board lamai photo gala WhatsApp group ekේ දාන්න. There are email communication. I think Janita told me that email is the official way of communicating with you, and WhatsApp groups, you yourselves will have a WhatsApp group, and I think we will also have a WhatsApp group or Telegram group, and also you should appoint your batch representative. You know the batch rep I think that is also one thing. Now the learning skills. Then you have come to university to do the learning now. Learning skills tamai wedagatte. LMS, can you explain about the LMS? I have not learning management system. Yeah, api meya kiwe neda Janita?
We had a session, sir. Maybe the particular student has missed that session. Of course, we will have few other sessions in once the semester starts, so they will get better understanding once we do that.
Yeah, no, so you don't have to know that you will. This is also a tool. You just go and use that. All the lecture notes are in that learning management system. You will come to know that very soon. These are the different learning skills you are needed in the as undergraduate online learning skills. Listening and note taking is very important. And me vela mammat hama velawema me mage eකට පාරකට me mage me පොතක් අරන් එනවා. මේ මගේ මේ පොතේ සේරම තියෙන මේ එක lectures වලට ගියාවලා තියෙන පොතක්. ඉතින් මේ මෙහිම පොතක් චූටි පොතක් නෙමෙයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ නම් සම්පූර්ණ නෝට් ගන්න එපා. මම නම් ඒකේම නෝට් ගන්න නැහැනේ. දැන් අපි නෝට් ගැනීම කාලේ ඉවරයි. අපිට විභාගෙට ලියන්න නැහැනේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ නෝට් පොතක් අරන් මේව ලියනවා. ඉතින් මේ අනවට පතර ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලියන්න ඕනේ. මෙහෙම ලියන්න ඕනේ. ඒ සඳහා බස් එක යනකොට එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. මාළු ගන්න අතර කරන්න බෑ. And written English also very important. You have to write it in English. And there is a essay writing skill that is also, and reading is very important. And universities have a library, and you should go to the library. And most important in universities, independent learning. Independent learning එක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. එහෙම කිව්වට දැන් ළමයි independent learn කරනවාද කියන එක ප්‍රශ්නයක්. However, we know that in the Janita is from chemistry department and our department, the chemistry special students have a very high. I think they have a brightest of the bright students should go to these special degrees, and they should do this kind of independent learning. And those who are coming out is a very dream of the student. And there's a research, and you can go to the library, and presentation skills, exam techniques, all are very important. Sheshim Vedagat, note taking. Even in our batches, batch tops have good note taking ability. අපි කියන්නේ කෙලබින්දුව පවා ලියනවා කියලා. අපේ batch එකේ මගේ note එකේ චූටි වචනයක්වත් මිස් වෙලා නැහැ. lecture කිව්වද සේරම ලියලා. Even a small point යා හැරිලා එහා පැත්තට ගියා නම් ඒකත් ලියලා. Some of the real good note takers are girls. It should not necessarily then තමකලට girls ලට මාරු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මේකේ gender balance එක කොහොමද ජනේ? More girls or boys or
It's girls. Number of girls are high.
Right. Girls dominate. It should not be in our batches. All boys are the Janita batches also. All males are there. So you can all good note taking is very important. Sometime we will prepare a now PowerPoint also I have delivered beforehand, and I will change that one. So we might ask something not in the PowerPoint. To that you should in an online lecture also very alert and write all the points, same points. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට lazy. ඉස්සර වගේ ඒකයි මම තවත් කැමති නැත්තේ මේ වීඩියෝ දාන එක. You just rewind. දැන් තව එකක් කියනවා මේ දවස්වල ළමයි. Yesterday also in our faculty to now they are now all the recording lectures now these days they are forecasts. දැන් ඒතකොට විභාගයට ලියන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා they have to rewind and අරක ආයෙ අහන්න. ඉතින් මේක එකපාරක් අහගත්තම මද දැන් ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ විභාග දවසෙත් අහයි දන්නේ නැහැ මම කරේ. ඉතින් ඒක එක දවසක් අහලා පැත්තකට දාන්න. ඔක දැන් මේක දැන් අපිට පුළුවන් රීවයින්ඩ් කර කර ටුක් ටුක් ගාලා මෙයා මෙන්න මේක කිව්වා කියලා බලන්න. Therefore it is you have a ඇත්තටම දැන් අර මම කිව්වා වගේ ඒ කාලේ චූටි points miss වෙන්නේ. All the points will be there because you can rewind. දන්නවනේ pause button කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා, rewind කියලා තියෙනවා. එහෙම තියෙනවනේ මේ එහාට මෙහාට කියලා කරන්න පුළුවන්. These are tips of successful learning from I have googled and you sitting be successful, engage with the instructor. මේ මම ඇමරිකාවේ ළමයි එහෙම ඔයා දන්නවනම් they are very active සෑහෙන ප්‍රශ්න අහනවා. අපේ I think අපේ කල්චර් එක මෙහෙම ප්‍රශ්න අහන කල්චර් එකක් නෙමෙයි. මිනිස්සු කියනවා අනු ලෙක්චර් එකට මේවා කරන්න ගියා කියලා. Not only that, there are new trend is emerging on micro credentials, so nano degrees or micro certificates. If you want, I have a separate video in my YouTube channel also. Now in the universities degrees, sometimes we are giving all information, but new trend has emerged where they will give you necessary skills to become a profession in one particular area. I think there are Coursera, edX, Udacity, they provide these online learning platforms. Until recently, Coursera has given us each student has one paid course, but now they ask us to pay. University students have to pay. So there are massive open online courses. MOOCs කියලා තියෙන්නේ. They are free to watch videos, but you have to pay for certificate. In our website, you can go to LMS e-learning, Zoom online classes, Coursera course. If you go to these Coursera courses, you can do the Zoom online courses, and there are free Coursera courses. But now it's not free, but you can at least watch the videos. And if you want to get the degree or the certificate, you got to pay. But still, you can watch the video. There are some courses. I think it's a free course offered by Stanford University. If you go to Coursera, writing in the sciences is a very good course. And also, if you are interested in machine learning, artificial intelligence, Python, those kind of courses, a lot of them, marine biology, and a lot of courses in Coursera. That is separate lecture. If you want, we can do that separately. But there are courses, and you can get micro credentials. Now, tips for online Zoom class participation. Be on time. Samanen time ekada issala ennu. If the lecture is 8 o'clock, you have to log in beforehand. Sometimes lecture might start later, but wait for the teacher to start the class. Come prepared. You know that this is the topic. Read the handouts before the class and prepare a pen and paper. Be ready for the class. Mute the microphone when you are not speaking. Otherwise, there will be a lot of problems. Put your image as a profile picture. Then Google keep the name dala name. I was asked to speak in a Colombo girls' school. There's a boys' school also. Boys' school somehow I manage, but in the girls' school, no one is speaking, and all the black boxes are there. And I asked the teacher, if no one speaks, I cannot teach like this because we don't know we are teaching to whom. Avatar වලට teach කරනවද දන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මේ අපි දන්නේ නැහැ සිතුමි කියලා ඉන්නවා මේ තක්ෂිලා මොනක්කාත් ළමයිද දන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉතින් එහෙම කතා කරනකොට අපිට කතා කරන්න අමාරුයි. නිකම්ම ඉතින් එහෙමනම් අපි වීඩියෝ දාලා නිකන් ඉන්නවා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් වීඩියෝ එකක් රෙකෝඩ් නැහැ. මෙයා මට ජනිත් කිව්වා වීඩියෝ එකක් එවන්න කියලා. He asked me to mind I am not doing video. And this is also like now දැන් සාමාන්‍යව ජනිත් open කතා කරනවා මම දන්නවා එයා මේක තේරෙනවද මොනවද ඔළුව හරි වනනවනේ. එහෙම එකෙක් දෙන්නෙක් කර ඔළුව ඔක්කොත් වනනවනම් අපිට තේරෙනවා මේ පණ හෙල්ලෙන චරිත දෙකක් ඉන්නවා කියලා. නැත්තම් මේ නිකන් මෙහෙම කියලා ගියාම බල්ලෙකුටවත් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. Because not you are my students, I will not going to do this kind of thing. If it is in my classroom, I will මම ඒක හදා ගන්නවා පස්සේ දැන් නම් මෙහෙම කතා කරන්න බෑ. ඒ ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් you had to adjust your learning culture. ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරලා you just culture and how to respond to lecturers කියන එක බලන්න. Change your name to index number. In our faculty, we ask them to put an index number followed by your name, but it depends on the lecturer. At least you put your name. be an active participant. Chat and ask questions. එමෙ නැත්නම් මේ chat එකේ ගහන්න. මේකට ලකුණු කපන්නේ. අපේ there are some students ගයන් කියලා අපේ student කෙනෙක්ට දැන් now ගයන් when he came he was asking a lot of questions. හැම එකටම ask question. ඒතකොට මට ඇත්තටම lecture එකේ භාගයක් කරන්න ඉන්නේ because we have to ask his question. But however now he is in USA. When the Guyana asked questions, other students also started asking questions. So a lot of batch now in our forestry special batch also there are some students they actively ask questions. At least 1 to 2 questions. In our university education, students are very inactive. Passive learners should be active learners. You can change your background. එක දන්න ඇති ඔයගොල්ලෝ මම නොකියුවට දැන් මේ අපි දැන් ඔය දාලා තියෙන මම ඔය ඔයගේ ඇඩ්වර්ටයිසින් බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකකුත් දාලා තියෙනවා. මම මේ අපේ මේකේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ මේ background එකක් දාලා තියෙන්නේ මේ virtual back you go to this මේ video කියන එකට ගිහලා choose virtual background and you can select any virtual background of your choice. Then you can දැන් ඔක මම වෙනස් වුණා. ඒ වගේ එක එක ඔක දන්නවනේ. එහෙම නැත්තම් මොකද වෙන්නේ? තව සමහර දවසට එනවා. දැන් ගිය සමානෙත් එහෙම වුණා. තව දවසක් අපේ ළමයි එක lecture කෙනෙක් අණ්ඩවැයක පිටින් ඉඳලා ඒක ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණා. සමහරවිට දෙර අද දැන් ගිය සමානෙත් ඒ ළමයිගේ තාත්තා කෙනෙක් මේම ගියා ෂර්ට් එකකුත් නැතුව. ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ පිටිපස්සේ මොනවද තියෙනවද දන්නේ නැහැ. අපේ දැන් මේ පිටිපස්සේ එක එකක් තියෙනවා. Therefore it is you have to use a virtual background or you can sometimes you can blur මේ virtual background කියන එක එක එකව තියෙනවා. දන්නවා ඉතින් මම ඒවා දැන් මෙතන කියන්නේ නැහැ. video filters තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මෙහිම කෑලි එහෙම දාන්න පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කැමති නම් මේ වගේ එක එක මේ වගේ කෝලම් ඒවා දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඒවා නම් lecture එකට දාන්න එපා. ඒතර මෙහෙම කරාම ඒ වගේ ඒවා දදා ඉන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර lecture එකේ දාන්න යන්න එපා. ඒවා ඒතකොට මිනිස්සු බලයි මොකද කියලා. But there are it's sometimes amusing because this is very boring නේ. කවුරුත් නැති ඉඳ ඒ වගේ පොඩි පොඩි fun එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. So that you have to know how to learn the software. I will not going to describe those things in detail, but you can use them as well. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒගොල්ලන්ට brand කරලා එහෙම මොකක් හරි virtual background එකක් හදාගන්න. Then you can have මගේ එක එක backgrounds හදාගන්න පුළුවන්. And then you can lock the door. මේ සමහරවිට දැන් කවුරු එක පාට එන්න ඉඩ දෙනවා මොකද කරන්න කියලා. ඒකට ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇති වෙනවා because you are in a public environment. සමහරවිට ඔයගොල්ලන් ගෙවල් වල might not be having a facilities but do that. And also before coming test video and audio settings. Otherwise it takes time. That is because in future I think you will have to do online presentation. Then you will have to ඔයගොල්ලන්ටත් මේ වගේම screen එක දාලා present කරන්න වෙනවා. There's a bandwidth issues also. That some person can share the presentation from Jaffna and other person can speak from Colombo. These things are also available. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ presentation එක එමුණොත් you give it to different students if your connectivity is low. Those kind of things are also important when you are doing. And if you want this kind of detail, there are a lot of videos, but this one particular video you can make a balana pulang how to use Zoom as a student, and you can.
Hi, this is Dr. Ben Finio. I'm a lecturer at Cornell University, and I've noticed in the last few weeks there are a lot. එතකොට දැන් සමහරවිට මේ මම ඉස්සලා ප්ලේ කරපු එකේ සවුන්ඩ් එක ඇහුන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් තමයි මම හිතන්නේ සවුන්ඩ් එක ඇහෙන්නේ. A lot of new resources out there for people teaching a class with Zoom, but there aren't as many for students who might be calling into a class with Zoom from home. So what I'm going to do in this video is go over some of the key features in Zoom as a participant instead of as a
so I was given until 11:30. There are a lot of things to be told, but I think we will wind up here. And if you want anything, you can email at hiran@shap.ac.lk. And I hope as the first batch of students from this new faculty, and we are excited to welcome you, and you must also be excited to come here. And this is a new degree, and the staff and the syllabus are being created this time. But I think normally what happens in Sri Lanka, the first batch is the luckiest batch. So they get a lot of attention from the people. Then not a routine one, but there will be some issues as well. So I hope you all the best. And if you want ask any questions, ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් මෙතන chat එකේ හරි නැත්නම් අහන්න.
Thank you very much, sir. If students, if you have any questions, you can raise it from sir now.
Now that is also other thing which we have remembered in our faculties also. Students do not ask questions in our universities. අපි නිකන් අහලත් වැඩක් නැහැ මහානවාද කියලා. I think ඒ වුණාට ඔයගොල්ලෝ නිකන් අපි බුද්ධට වගේ අහනවා. We normally ask, but if you go to the US universities and they will ask a lot of questions. හැම තිස්සෙම ඉන්න දෙන්නේ questions අහනවා. Very interactive. But anyhow, හැබැයි එවුම කිව්වට the silent participants are sometimes good. They are the brightest people. කතා නොකරන තරමට බුද්ධිමත් කියලා කියනවනේ. කතා කරන්න ගත්තාම බුද්ධිය පේනවා. ඒ නිසා සමහර ළමයි ඉන්නවා නමුත් කතා කරනවා නම් හොඳයි. Speak up and as I said that this is a new faculty. ඔයගලන්ට ඉන්ටර් බැච් එකක් නැහැ, රෙක් කරන බැච් එකක් නැහැ, මොකක්වත් නැහැ. Then you are the boss නේ. So you should develop a culture. දැන් අපේ අලුත් faculties කීපයක්ම ආවනේ. ඒගොල්ලන් අලුත් cultures ආ medical faculty first time අපේ මට අවුරුදු 30කට ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපේ first medical batch was came. So ඒගොල්ලන් රැක් කරේ arts faculty ළමයි. Then they decided, from the medical faculty decided, we will not track any of our juniors කියලා. And they went on to create entirely different culture in the medical faculty. මට මතකයි second batch එකේ මගේ student කෙනෙක් ආව first batch එකේ. first they started the culture but the art circle එකක් හැමදාම ලොකු මේකක් කරනවා. and they have developed a completely different culture to Colombo medical faculty. So our medical faculty students are very good. Likewise, you have also, and now this is a completely new subject. Therefore, you have a pioneering and you have a lot of responsibility also. Spider-Man great responsibility lies with great power, lies with great responsibility. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. It is really honored to have you with us today for our orientation program. I think students have had a good understanding about the online learning environment. And thank you for very much participating for today's program, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Udari, oh, you are here. Okay, students, don't leave, just wait for a minute. Dr. Udari, I have discussed with Professor Pradeep, our acting dean. I have briefly discussed with him via a phone conversation. Since you had some concerns, and of course it's true and it's a valid one, I believe. You had some concerns about the curriculum, what we are going to learn, what you are going to learn, what we are going to teach, like that. So I thought of sharing the screen and giving you some idea about what are the course units that you will be having in your undergraduate career. So especially we will be focusing at the first semester and the second semester. The thing is, there's something called prospectus. You might have heard about those. The faculty prospectus is almost ready, but there are some tweaking to be done, fine tuning to be done. Last minute changes. That's why we have not uploaded or like published it into the web. But I have the draft with me, so I will share it with you now. But by Monday, most probably we will be able to upload it into the website, where you can get some idea about what you are going to learn during the especially during the first year, and then followed by the other years. Before moving to that, few things I also would like to mention you. Let me check whether I have received a response. Professor Pradeep, he wants to talk to you briefly before we end this orientation session. So most probably he will be able to talk to you this evening at around 3:45 after you are going to be done with the curriculum, what is it called, the career guidance unit lecture. If not, he will take some time on Monday and arrange a Zoom meeting and talk to you. But most probably we will try to invite him to talk today itself. And the other thing, I think I totally agree with Professor Hiran, especially when we are talking about online education. As Sir accurately mentioned, it's going to be some sort of a boring session, because we are not going to learn about poems or drawings or anything. We are going to learn about some depth of a science, right? So science itself is somewhat complex, and of course you are going to learn it via some remote version, like virtual version. So in that case, you might be having some boring sessions. In that case, you better make it interactive by yourself, like asking questions, like keeping your video on time to time at least, and making sure that you are engaging and you are like in touch with the lecture, and the lecturer himself or herself will be comfortable enough, because in that case he or she knows that you are lively engaging or you are lively participating in the lecture. Otherwise, as Professor Iran mentioned, we are talking to some black boxes, like we are talking to like our own screen, and we don't feel that we are teaching in the class. Of course, if it is in the physical meeting, we can see you are there. Sometimes you might be feeling drowsy, sometimes after getting the lunch and all, but still we can see you are there. But here, so try to engage in the classroom, and I totally agree with what Professor Hiram mentioned further. That's about asking questions the US students. You know, just to give you some quick examples, some quick experience which I had. You know, nowadays, I mean, when we are writing the equations, you have done the chemistry, you have done maths up to O level. So when we are writing the equations, you write like, let's say I don't have a board here, I can write using the the pad here, but I will tell it. So you say like 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 into third power, or like 2 plus 3 into third power. One of the US student, the freshman student, don't believe like they are that dumb. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ තරම්ම මෝඩ නැහැ. නමුත් ඒ වගේ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් වත් ඉන්නවා. 2 plus 2 plus 3 into 3 කියලා කිව්වහම, one student was asking me why you are not adding 2 plus 2 4 and plus 3, what is it called, 7, and then that 3 also altogether. The answer is why it is not 10. He was directly asking in front of 109 students. He was asking why you don't do that. So probably he knew the reason, or he knew that is not the correct way, but he was confident enough to ask such a question. So that's what Professor Iran was like trying to point out. They are asking questions. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to ask like very silly questions, like interrupting the lecture all the time, but you have to, once you are requested to, once you are asked to do so. I mean, why I am telling this, I don't know. Since you are the first batch and the new faculty, I thought maybe we have to have like a good rapport between the lecturers and the students. And also in that case, you can be the role model for the faculty. I mean, you are the first batch. Already batch එකේදී ඔයගොල්ලන්ට role model එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ පස්සේ batches වල. ඒ නිසා මේ batch එක හොඳට mold වෙන එක. ඒ කියන්නේ හැඩගැහෙන එක වැදගත්. ඒ නිසා මමත් ඒකට දෙයක් add කළේ. හරි. එහෙමනම් I will quickly share the screen and show you the prospectus, where I am going to focus mostly at the curriculum or the like course units. Let me see. All right, I hope you can see my screen. All right, so this is the prospectus that you are going to get. This is a draft, so that's why we have not published it in the web page. I'm going to rush through the pages. So we have Vice Chancellor's message and Dean's message, and also the table contents and all. And we have some background about the university, the history, and the faculty details right here, and the mission of the faculty. And the graduate profile, we call graduate profile, that's the description where one can explain a graduate of ours, meaning ඔයගොල්ලෝ කවුරුහරි graduate වෙද්දී මේ faculty එකෙන් මේ university එකෙන් ඔයාගේ තිබිය යුතු ගතිගුණ, the characteristics of a graduate of our university or our faculty will be explained through this session. I mean, through this paragraph or the like bullet points. And then why study aquatic and urban bioresources, and these are the degree programs. You know, like we have bachelor degree program in aquatic bioresources. And honors degree program. Of course, you have enrolled to the honors degree program. Both the degree programs are for honors degree programs. So in that case, we are not having this facility now. But in case if somebody really wants to graduate with just a graduate degree, I think there are opportunities for that as well. Then these are the details about the curriculum. This is for the BSc degree program in aquatic bioresources. Now I know like 47 or 52 students are here for the aquatic bioresources. As far as I got the details from Professor Pradeep. So these are the course units. The first year, first semester, we have environmental economics, nutritional benefits of urban and aquatic food products, effective water management in an urban setup. Likewise, there are many courses. I'm going to keep this place for a while where you can read yourself. This is for the first semester, right? So we will publish this as soon as possible in the web page.
Dr.
So-
Janita, one interruption. For this semester, actually, you will have common subjects for both urban bioresources degree program and the aquatic degree programs. So this one, the environmental economics, the nutritional benefits of urban and aquatic food products, effective water management in urban setup, analytical instruments, and entrepreneurship and business development will be common for all of you.
And English and fundamentals of information technology
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dr.
So-
Darian. Yeah. So you might be
Yeah, the
wondering
course
what.
units will be different.
Yeah. Yeah. So you might be wondering what this core means. The core means you have to definitely take these courses, and those are having credits. We will explain you further. I mean, the individual lecturers will explain it further. So credit bearing courses, those are the courses that you will get letter grades like A, B, C, likewise. And you will get the, your GPA will be calculated, grade point average will be calculated based on the credits, based on the performance that you are going to have for these courses. And English, as at now, it's not a credit bearing course, but it's a compulsory subject. You have to pass it. You have to pass it in order to get the degree. Degree ka ganna me English එක pass වෙන්න ඕනේ. These courses, I mean optional courses, we may or may not be able to offer it in the given semesters. Samar semesters වල අපි optional කියලා පෙන්නලා තිබ්බට සමහර semesters වල depending on the lecturer availabilities, depending on the logistic availabilities, we may not be able to offer it. දැන් සමහරවිට අපි මේ semester එකේ මම හිතන්නේ අපි offer කරන්න ඉන්නේ මේ fundamentals of information technology කියන එක විතරයි. We are not going to offer these two subjects, right? ඔය වගේ තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Every first semester. So I hope you get some understanding. And as Dr. Udari mentioned, there are common courses for both degree programs. And once you see this ABR, that means that particular course is solely for, like, or only for aquatic bioresources degree program. ABR කියන්නේ aquatic bioresources program එකට විතරක් තියෙනවා. UBR කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් මේක හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ UBR වලට හදපු course එකක් විදිහටම තමයි හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා මේව දාලා තියෙනවා based on UBR කියලා. But once you go to the urban bioresources degree program, you will see more like UBR courses. That means the courses are designed for urban bioresources degree program. And MDS, that's coming from the multidisciplinary studies, multidisciplinary studies department, and those courses are common for both the degree programs. That means all of you have to do these courses, right? Then this is the second semester. So at the end of the first semester, you will have exams. So at this point, I am not going to explain how we are going to do the exams because we are planning to do the lectures online. So I just noticed somebody was asking when we are going to start the semester. Yeah, when we will have the first semester. Yeah, of course, we are going to have the first semester starting from, most probably starting from 18th of April. That will be not next Monday, Monday after, week after, right? 18th of April. So in that case, we are going to have the lectures online. So we may, since you are a small group, we may have a chance of bringing you to the university and do the practicals. Practicals කරන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එන්න ගොඩක් වෙලාවට එන්න අපි හිතනවා කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා. නැති වුණොත් practicals ටිකක් effective නැති වෙනවා. And then exams will be conducted. Sometimes we are doing it like hybrid version. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා hybrid කියන්නේ මොකක්ද මම මෙතන අදහස් කළේ කියලා. සමහර exams අපිට online තියන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. සමහර දේවල් physically එන්න වෙයි. ඒවා දැනට අපිට කියන්න බෑ. ඒවා ගැන දැන් මෙච්චර worry වෙන්නත් එපා. Don't worry about those things at this point. We will see how it goes. Only thing at this point, we are like 99% sure is we are going to start the semester on 18th. We are Zoom online with the Patan exams after completing 15 weeks. Sati Pahalwak semester exams attended. Right. Exams theory with the exam regulations. Professor Rasika Pera, one of the professors in clinical biochemistry in the medical faculty. And other than that, exam regulations and exam guidelines will be given to you as a booklet. Actually, we have printed it on the other day to give it to you last Monday when you were planning to come physically, but unfortunately we could not do that. But we will provide it as soon as possible. This is the second semester 2 first year. So I'm not going to spend much time. So since we are uploading this very soon, again, common courses are there. Basic mathematics, a common course, not credit bearing, but a compulsory one to get the degree. And fisheries resource management, aquatic animal health, likewise, right? So I think I will go a little faster. So this is for the second year. And this is the second year, second semester of the Aquatic Bioresources degree program. And then the third year, second semester, fourth year. Fourth year, as I think even Professor Ranavira mentioned and even Professor Hiran mentioned, there is something called Bloom's taxonomy, where you will be doing more like synthesizing, creative type. I mean, more like depth of science. I mean, it's not introductory lectures that you will have. Those courses are a little bit advanced courses. Applied statistics, applied general economics, professional practice with personal skills, likewise, and research methodology, likewise, there are many courses. And then final semester, the sixth semester, not sixth, eighth semester, fourth year, second semester, you will have a research project, which runs for close to 5 months, 5 to 6 months. And how to read these things, we will explain you further.
6
Yeah.
months, yes.
Okay. So these are the course codes. Course codes, there are different numbers. So this number is 4 is in the fourth year. Since it is in the fourth year, the 4 comes. And the 1 is for the credit value. 1 credit credit. And then research credits research everything you have to do well. But the thing is, if you do little bad in a course like this, your grades will be little upset, bad, right? So that's why these are 2 credits, 1 credit, 9 credit, likewise. And this 30, 29, 28, those are just a digit. They're just a number for the course. And then urban bioresources, first year, we have those so-called common courses. MBS, those are common. And now you can see UBR courses. Those are like urban bioresources. And again, we have many optional courses, but we may not be able to offer all the optional courses. Probably 1 or 2 maximum of optional courses will be offered. Okay, I'm going to rush through the other years, second year, third year, fourth year, second semester, same thing, research project. Okay, that's pretty much it about
Third year semester, second semester, also you will have industrial training part.
Yeah, that's a good thing to
Yes.
mention. Yeah, you have an industrial training in the third year, second semester, where you may get a chance to go to an industry and get some sort of industrial exposure.
So, Dr. Janitha, there is a question from students that do we have to pay our attention on GPA when selecting optional courses? It is not a must, I think. Not Dr. Janitha? But we have to pay attention. Yes.
Of course, GPA, you have to be vigilant about your GPA, meaning this is the thing. Let me just tell you, I think I'm not quite getting the question right. But concern is it a must optional must GPA
Sir, I'm asking about, is it essential to select them optional, or can we do the degree program accepting the optional ones?
Yeah.
No.
So this is
no, we have to complete 15 credits for each semester. So I think from the core courses, you will only complete about 13 credits. So in order to extract 15 credits, you have to select at least one optional course. So most probably we will offer these fundamentals of information technology for you all. So then that will cover the requirement of the 15 credits.
Okay, ma'am. So thank you.
Yeah. So that answers the question. So here, like per a semester or for a semester, normally we have to have 15 credits. So to graduate with the honors degree, normally we have to cover 120 credits. To graduate with the general degree, you have to have 90 credits. So during 3 or 4 years. 15 semester. 15 per semester means per year 30 credits. 4 years, 30 to 4, that's 120. If you are graduating with general degree, which we are not recommending at this degree program, for a general degree student, let's say from the Faculty of Applied Sciences, they are going to graduate from general degree, so they will have 30 to 3 years, so 90. 90 right? 15 needs to be done for sure. So in that case, only 13 will be coming up to here from core, and then there should be another 2 coming from optional, which will be most probably offering only one optional course due to the like availability of lecturers and all those things. Okay, then these are about the departments of the degree program: aquatic bioresources and urban bioresources and multidisciplinary. So you know, I mean the lecturers. I mean, we will upload these and then. This is for the urban bioresources. At this point, of course, we have a limited number of lecturers, but we have the cadre positions which will be approved pretty soon. So in that case, the lecturer positions will be increasing further in coming few months, I would say. Yeah, that's pretty much it we have. And we have other facilities like common student facilities also. You are going to enjoy all those facilities from the university, which other students can enjoy or like use. Library facility and the English language zones, the scholar bag, interlibrary loans, library loans for the e-versions, e-books, remote access to library resources, those are for library. And then IT, you have the support, and career guidance unit. You can involve with career guidance unit programs, and you can organize events and all. And then medical center facility, then English department, student welfare, and then hostel facilities, canteens, then physical education, where we gave you some introduction during day before yesterday's session. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Any question? If you have any questions, you can raise the question now. If not, what we are going to do next, I think at 1 o'clock we have planned a session for English. Of course, it's not for teaching you English, but an introductory session where one of our lecturers from the Department of English Language Teaching, she will be giving you some hints about how she or how they are going to do their lectures during the semester for the English, and what kind of assignments they will have, how you are going to improve how you should be improving your English. I think saying this, I will wind up my speech here. English also is, I think, a must thing. The bad thing is what I feel like, to be honest, I will be open here and tell you the story. You are like learning English at the school for like, I don't know, maybe for good 9-10 years. But the thing is, bad thing is, once you come to the university, you are doing your degree in the English medium. So this is not common for all, but there are students who are not that confident in writing in English, speaking in English, and they are reluctant to even communicate. So in that case, we have to go back to Sinhala. Unfortunately, I myself regret I don't speak Tamil. So in that case, we have a barrier there as well. But anyway, English and Sinhala we can use as communication tools, languages. But what I'm trying to say is, the bottom line, you have to improve your English. I mean, it's going to be kind of having a 4-year degree is going to be kind of having a visa for another country. Nowadays, the country is having some issues as well, but I'm not saying just leave the country. But anyway, to explore the world, you need to have an international language. Going away from the country or going outside the country, you need to have English as an international language. You cannot communicate in Sinhala once you go out. So if you want to go out, you have to be fluent in English, right? You have to pass exams, like there are exams called, you probably know, some of you or most of you, there are exams like IELTS, TOEFL, and those exams. You have to pass those, and then anyway, you have to communicate in English. Don't feel like embarrassed. Don't feel shy to talk. Talk to your friends in English. I mean, talk to your academic members in English. That's fine. That's totally good, right? Because when you want to read, when you want to refer to a book, of course, those books are most of the books are in English medium. And the bad thing is, if you want to like publish some books in Sinhala, that's again going to be a little hard because there are some technical terms. It's not going to be that easy to convert to Sinhala. So better you have a goal, have a kind of idea that I will learn, I will be fluent in English. Like හිතාගන්න විදියට. English එක හොඳට කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් why I am saying this much, because in the science faculty I have been like supervisor for the exams for a couple of years, and the situation is pathetic. Once you go in the 3rd year, the students are trying to get that exam passed because English නැතුව මම කිව්වා pass වෙන්න බෑ කියලා, degree එක ගන්න බෑ කියලා. For during the 3rd year, some students are trying really hard to pass their English. I was like, how come this is possible? Because the students are learning in their undergraduate life from the first year itself in the English medium, but they cannot pass that small English, like simple, I would say, English exam. So don't be in that track. I mean, you have a very good colleagues. I mean, you have a very good pool of colleagues. So challenge that and try to be good in English. That's going to be, as I mentioned earlier, that's going to be a very handy tool when you try to go out of the country and explore the world. Of course, we have to be like, nowadays the world is very small. You can always in contact with people from outside, so you have to have an international language. So that's about the importance of the English. So in that case, make sure you are doing your English very well during the semester. Although it is not credit bearing, you have to pass that in order to get the degree. So don't get it loose. I mean, don't get it very lightweighted, the English, right? Give some weight on that. And there are some questions. So when will we receive our registration? Okay, there are many questions. How many students will be selected for the honors degree? Dr. Udar, you want to explain? Or
yeah, actually, for the moment, we have not kept a particular GPA level or something, but we are planning. Let's see, if you have the possibility to exit at the point of the degree level without honors, but also there is a possibility you can do the honors degree. So for the moment, we don't have any cutoff marks for the GPA, but I ask you all to work hard for the 3rd year, and then you will be able to select, but we will inform you about the clarifications later.
Yeah.
For the moment, you have both exit points. You can just enter from the general degree, exit from the general degree, and also you can join for the honors degree as well.
There's another question. When will we receive our registration numbers? So that part, actually, our administrative staff, they are working on that. So you will be getting a registration number pretty soon. I think within next week, early next week, you will be getting the registration number. Once you get the registration number, we will create you an official email, university email. So you will get that as well, and then only you will get access to the LMS, Learning Management System. But this registration number, unfortunately, I regret I cannot give you the exact date, but they are working on it, and probably we'll get it early next week. And then do we have to come physically for the laboratory practical when we are doing studies via online? So that part also we have to figure out, since this is kind of an applied type of degree program. Of course, the practicals are a must. So you have to do the practicals, but for the time being, we are thinking of conducting the online lectures, and as much as possible,
will be conducted online for the moment.
As much as possible, we will try to conduct the practicals. I mean, just to demonstrate you the practicals, we will use the online version, and we will probably provide you, or we will probably guide you how to do it at home for you. Like there are things like monitoring a plant growth or something. Maybe Dr. Dari can explain it further. But those things we can ask you to try at home. But at some point, of course, things like in my area, like chemistry related practicals, of course, you cannot do it at home. So in that case, we will demonstrate some of the practicals. And once we get the chance to get you into the campus, we will let you come in and then do the practicals and get the hands-on experience. We say it hands-on experience. So you will get the chance to come there. But at this point, we don't have dates when we are going to do that.
Probably we will have some practicals online, and sometimes you will have some practicals you can conduct at home, for most probably for the particular subject areas. That will be depend on the subject what you are going to learn. So according to the lecturer, they will say that whether it is okay to complete it online, or whether we would have to come for the university to again for the demonstrations. But that will most probably will not happen sooner. Most probably it will happen after about 10 weeks later. No, Dr. Janitha? At the end or something near the end of the semester. So that we will let you know later.
There's another question. Are there any, is there any field trips? So
I think there are field trips that we have planned for the curriculum, but for the time being, unfortunately, we will not have them because of the situation. But as per if the situation can change or something happens, then we will act accordingly, no?
Yeah, and the thing is, the field trips at this point, I mean, during the first couple of years, I would say, we will have field trips, but depending on the COVID situation and all, we may not be able to have those things right after starting the semester. But the thing is, if we are having the field trips, most probably those field trips will be like one day going for the field and coming back kind of things. And we will not have overnight field trips at this point. But once the degree program develops, at some point we may introduce those. But at this level, we are thinking of only going to some fish farms, some ornamental fish breeding farms, some like polytunnels, what is it called, the greenhouse areas likewise. So those will be just one day trips going there and coming back. Other than that, I think this is coming from Tikshana. So there won't be any like overnight things, and if we are planning those, of course, they will be informed in advance.
Okay. Is there anything more for you to want to clarify? I think don't be panicked about one day for the field trips, you mean? Oh, okay. Actually, we will make you understand about the current curriculum, and according to the course structures, we will let you know. And don't get panic about these things. Just you will figure out during the lectures and the practicals, but you will most probably have the practicals online from the start. Then that will be most probably a video learning or something. But then later on, we will ask for you to come for the university for the practicals. However, the semester is most probably going to start by the 18th, I guess. Yes, Janitha. Dr. Janitha, I think that we can finish the session now.
Oh, yeah.
Have we gained the researching as some? What do you mean by that? Within studying our degree program, have we to gain in researching something. You have a research for 9 credit research in the final year, but depending on the program, you will have some, you have 40% continuous evaluation. For those things also, you will have to do some research and everything, I guess. And during the practicals, so depending on the practical nature, and likewise, that will happen. We cannot say everything in advance.
What was the question? I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I think they were asking about researching.
Oh, research. You have many opportunities. Actually,
Yes.
I will add it for you, like doing research. Again, another type of visa, right?
Yes.
So doing a good research, especially doing some cutting edge research, like advanced or like sophisticated, in other words. Research will lead you to join with some good researchers in the, I mean, globally, locally and also globally. So doing your research like 6 months, I think that might not be enough for research project, but of course for an undergraduate, full-time 6 months is somewhat okay. So doing your research, I mean, of course, you have to do your homework. අරන්තිම මාසයකට කම්මින් නැතුව රිසර්ච් එක කලින් ඩිස්කස් කරගෙන රිසර්ච් එකට ප්ලෑන් කරගෙන ලිටරචර් හොයාගෙන read your literature, getting ready, make the research plan and do the research during last 6 months, and you might be ended up doing some publications as well. Then you have a chance of becoming a good researcher, at the end of the day a good scientist. So we never know. You have chances. We'll see once you join. Any question, any queries, you can email us. You can just, I think we have given them the contact details, isn't it?
Yes, I think. No, we have email because we were planning to give them on site. I'm not sure whether they got it or not.
Let's ask one of those. How about naming somebody? Marshi, are you there? Marshi Gamage. Tambuna මොන හරි එකක් ඉන්නවද අර පිරාන්සගේ වගේ කොට කොට විතරද තියෙන්නේ කවුද අපි එක කතා කළේ තීක්ෂණා ඉන්නවද
Did you get any contact detail list online?
Can you please repeat again?
Did you get any contact list? I mean contact details, immediate contact details කියලා list එකක් හම්බුණාද?
Via Gmail, WhatsApp or
via Gmail. Via your email, yeah?
I think not yet, sir.
Okay, we will send it. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can email those. Once you get that contact list, you can email us.
Yes, we were planning to give them when you were there for the inauguration program. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
I think
Irshad is here. Irshad also saying they did not get it. So we will email it. Okay, then let's wind up. So please be present by 1 o'clock. So enjoy the afternoon session. And for the day, I myself have to say goodbye.
Okay. See you, Dr. Janita. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you all.
Thank you all.